exhilarating sports talk coming up next on The Doug Stewart Show in about 2 minutes. Stay tuned. We're about to have some fun. That's right, sports talk, guy talk, right here on The Doug Stewart Show. Show coming up in about a minute and a half. Hold on. You have entered a no puppet zone. That's right, no puppetry around here. The Doug Stewart Show coming up in about 1 minute. The realest, trillest, most unfiltered sports and guy talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show coming up in about 30 seconds. Yes!
Doctor, this is the mayor talking.
All right.
Doctor,
Come on, what?
always do the right thing.
If you came here to hear for fake, you are in the wrong place. We are for real around here. We keeps it real. This is the Doug Stewart Show, the livest, the realest, the trillest sports talk show in America. Are you not entertained? This is Sports Talk with Hot Sauce. Texas Pete Hot Sauce, the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Game time. It's game time. What's happening? Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Man Talk Monday. And we need all your ballers and your busters from the weekend. Yeah. An incredible weekend in the world of sports and entertainment. And we're going to hit it all today on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. But first, bring that beat back one more time. Bring it back one more time. Yes, sir. Shouts out to all of the Stewies already in the chat room. Hope you had a good weekend. I had a phenomenal weekend. Man. Ton of stuff to get to, man. What we do on Mondays is we give out Ballas and Busters. Some people call them game balls and goats. And once again, a lot of things went down this weekend, so we'll try to hit as many of those things as possible. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, man, first of all, thank you for tuning in. What took you so long? What took you so long, man? No. We talk about sports and entertainment like no place else in the world. So what you need to do is hit the follow button on Spreaker.com and follow the show. And so whenever we go live, whenever we air another show on the network, on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, you'll get alerted, okay? So you need to hit the follow button, and then you also need to hit the little chat bubble and jump in the chat room and become totally interactive. Shouts out to all of the Stewies. That's what I call people in the chat room. And I call said chat room the Sports Talk and Guy Talk Fantasy Island. That's right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Oh, boy. I just remembered I got to talk about something tragic that happened this past weekend in fantasy sports. We'll hit that a little bit later. Obviously, we're going to talk about what went down in the NFL, the Heisman Trophy, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Golden State Warriors. Serena Williams is in the news. Roy Jones Jr., LaShawn McCoy, Johnny Manziel. All types of great things are going down or happened this past weekend in the world of sports and entertainment. Now, you can still call the show old school style, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. We talk about sports once again, entertainment. We talk about birthdays a little bit during the show, top fives, Dougie Dailies, all of that stuff, man. We really do. Oh, and every once in a while as well, if you're new to the show, this is something to look forward to. If you're new to the show, every once in a while I'll even sing. I rap a little bit. I mean, that's what I can do that. You know, that's no problem at all. But I also sing for the Stewies. Yes, sir. That's major. That's major. Yeah, I know you didn't mishear what I said. I actually sing for you as well, so stay tuned for some of that. Tomorrow we'll have the sports weekend wrap that I do once a week, so stay tuned for that. So just a lot of fun. But if you follow me on social media, man, you know that I went to Charlotte this weekend and watched the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. I didn't actually watch. I didn't go into the game as I do most of the time. I'm at a tailgate, and there's TVs out there. And so I went to Charlotte, man, just to see how they got down with their tailgate. I got to give a ball award out, man, to my man, Calvin Colson. Went to South Carolina State with me, played on the football team at State, my fellow Bulldog. I mean, tailgate was on fleek. Oh! Tailgate was crazy. Tailgate was crazy. And I didn't know they got down like that in Charlotte. Now, and I mentioned this yesterday on my social media. I went up there with a couple of my boys. I'll talk about them in a second. But I went up there with a couple of my homeboys, man, and I mentioned this on Facebook yesterday, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. The atmosphere in Charlotte yesterday reminded me so much of the atmosphere here in Atlanta when Vic was the quarterback. And I've said that many times before. Yeah, we always, go to the Georgia Dome, and Ryan's been tailgating down there for over 10 years. We go down there, we root for the Falcons, but it's nothing now like it was when Vic was here. And you're not going to even get into all of the conversation about Vic off the field and all of the crazy stuff that went down with him and why he's not here no more and nothing like that. What I'm talking about is the carnival-like atmosphere at the Georgia Dome. It was an event. I mean, it was an event. I mean, it was like a big-ass Mardi Gras-style party. And that's what it was like yesterday in Carolina. Now, he says, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, my homeboy says that went to South Carolina State, Calvin, he says that they were just like that when they were 1-15. I find that hard to believe. I find it hard to believe. Because you know what it is, and I've seen it here in Atlanta. What happens is at the start of the year, everybody's emotions are high, and they feel like that their team's got a chance. And so at the start of the year, the tailgates are crazy. I'm talking about Atlanta now. So the tailgates are crazy. I mean, it's bananas. Everybody's out there, and we got these visions of grandeur. We're going to win a Super Bowl. We're going to be the St. Louis Rams with Kurt Warner. We're going to shock the world. And then as time goes, and you lose a game here or there, or you lose 6 games in a row, and then you mix in, it gets a little bit colder outside, and the tailgates slack off. They do. I mean, that's the way it's been here in Atlanta. Now, my boy says that's the way it was. It was crazy. Their tailgates were crazy, even when they were 1-15 in Carolina. I don't know about that, but I'll say this, man. They get a Ball Award for an incredible tailgate experience. Charlotte, North Carolina, man. Ball Award to y'all. Now, we'll get into the game here in a second. And the old Falcons, man, just not even showing up. But we'll get to that here in a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I need to address something else. Okay? I need to address something else. Now, if you follow me on social media once again, you saw these pictures online, posted online by my boy Chucktown Ron, of supposedly it was me in a Carolina Panthers jersey. I am here to vehemently deny that. These malicious pictures, these personal campaign smearing pictures of me online wearing a Carolina Panthers jersey, a Steve Smith jersey, are totally a lie. Photoshop. People are hell with this Photoshop. And if you look real close at the pictures, clearly you can see that somebody cut my head off of a picture from somewhere else, I don't even know where, and they added it to the body of somebody wearing a Steve Smith jersey. Now I'm here today to tell you one thing. Even though I'm from the great state of South Carolina, and they share the Carolina Panthers team with the state of North Carolina. It's the Carolina Panthers. And if I wanted to, I want to state it for the record. I have not gone over and become a full-time Carolina Panther fan. Now, I always support South Carolina things. I always support Georgia things. This has been my home for 20 years. I support the Atlanta Falcons. I support the Atlanta Hawks. I support the Atlanta Braves. I support all the teams that come out of this state. All right? I do. And I also support everything that comes out of South Carolina. Now, if I wanted to, the way this sorry-ass Atlanta Falcons team is playing right now, I could go over and become a full-time Carolina Panthers fan. But I want to say for the record one more time, I have not made that decision yet. Those photos that you saw online are photoshopped. They hacked my account. They have. So, I want you to hear it from the horse's mouth. Those pictures you see online of me rocking a Steve Smith jersey, if I were to rock a jersey of a Carolina Panthers fan and I became a Panthers fan, I would rock Steve Smith because I'm a fan of Steve Smith, but I didn't yesterday. Those photos were photoshopped. Yes, sir. So run tell that. Run tell it. Now, I had a wonderful time out there yesterday. It felt like home. And the winning that they're doing there in Carolina, I'm very envious of. But make no bones about it. Those pictures were photoshopped. When we get back from the break, man, we'll start giving out these Ballas and Bustas, talking about everything that went down this past weekend in the world of sports. Hit your boy up, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Stop the lies! Stop the lies, Chucktown Ron! Don't go away. Keep it locked. This is the Doug Stewart Show. The Falcon, Braves, and Hawk supporter of the Doug Stewart Show. Lies! 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 Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers,
actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. Need your ballers and your busters. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, the easy way to be totally interactive is just to jump into the chat room. And I read chat posts all day long on the show. I do. Hey, man, we're a couple of weeks away from New Year's Eve. Why don't you come hang out with your boy for New Year's Eve, man? I'm throwing one of the biggest parties in ATL for New Year's Eve 2016 downtown at the Ramada Capitol Plaza. The Ramada Plaza off of Capitol Ave, downtown ATL. Real nice ballroom, man. Real sweet. Great DJ D. Kaz. We'll be spinning the best of old school and new school. You will be partying with adults, upscale, not your kids friends, anything like that. We're very couple-oriented, very couple-friendly. So bring your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, and come on down, man. It's going to be an incredible night. We're doing it real Big Willie style. So all you got to do is go online and search the Grown and Sexy New Year's Eve Party.com. The Grown and Sexy New Year's Eve Party.com, and come bring in New Year's with your boy. Yeah, y'all know how I do it. So come on through. So yeah, man. Yesterday, the Atlanta Falcons traveled to Charlotte, North Cackalack. They call it the Queen City, man. And I talked about how the tailgate was just crazy. I got it out of the way and talked about the horrible campaign smear against your boy. Don't believe that stuff. Although if I wanted to, I could. But the game itself, man, 38-ish. And you know what I want to say when I say ish. 38-ish. A divisional game. Carolina Panthers, Atlanta Falcons. Falcons started the season off just tremendously. And over the last 6-7 weeks, man, it's just going straight to hell. And I don't even know. And I'm looking at the stats. And there's not like one thing that you could point at to say why the Falcons got their ass kicked so bad. Matt Ryan did have one interception. He didn't throw any touchdowns. We know Matt's not been playing great over the last couple of weeks. But, it was just a dominant performance. There's not one thing where you could say, well, they had a couple of fumbles. Matt threw a couple of interceptions. The running back didn't run that good. Devontae had a couple of nice little runs in the first quarter or so there. But as a whole, as a group, they're just not as good as Carolina, clearly. I mean, that's all I can say. There's not one thing I can look at, once again, and point at to say why the Falcons lost this game. Vic Beasley had a first sack in a long-ass time yesterday in the game. And just Carolina's players are better than Atlanta's players. The coaching's better from the Carolina Panthers. The players are better. Once again, the scheme is better. The execution was better by the Carolina Panthers. Thus, they are 13-0. And there's a reason why they're 13-0. And I remember yesterday, my boy Chucktown Ron, who is supposed to be this big Falcons fan, he came in the game and just he gave all these proclamations how the Falcons were going to shock the world. And I just said to him, dude, why do you think they're going to win this game? He was, that typical fan. well, I'm a fan and this, that, and the other, and the Falcons, Matt Ryan and all this and that and all of this. And I was like, dude, if you look at the games, there's absolutely no reason that the Falcons should win this game. But I didn't think 38-0 not win the damn game. I didn't. But that was the case. That was the absolute case, and the Falcons had an opportunity late in the game to get into the end zone. They were in the red zone. They were probably like within the 10-yard line and went for it on fourth down, which I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they didn't kick a stupid-ass field goal. But they went for it, and they were stopped. And so you go right up the road, right up 85, your division rival, the Carolina Panthers, and you get shut out, 38-0. Horrible, horrible look. After the game, some conversation about Dan Quinn and his job. Arthur Blank addressed that and said, no, Dan Quinn is fine. I got 100% confidence in him. And I don't think you should get rid of Dan Quinn. I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's ridiculous conversation. Dan Quinn did phenomenal the first 6 weeks. Bottom line is, something's happened. Some type of trust has been lost in that locker room. Something's going on in the locker room. Dan Quinn has shown that he can be a good coach for an NFL team. You got to give him another year. You got to let him try to get in some of his personnel. And that was the thing that everybody talked about at the start of the season that I looked at, and why I picked this team to go like 8-8 is you look at their defense, they don't have the personnel. Offensively, you thought that they could score on anybody, but over the last couple of weeks, that's just gone away. I don't know what the hell's going on with the offense. I mean, let me just say that for the record. I don't know what has happened to this offense. I don't know where Julio Jones has gone. I don't know what the hell Matt Ryan's been doing. We've chronicled his bad play over the last couple of weeks. I don't know. I don't know what's happened to this offense. I would have put this offense up at the start of the season, and especially after the first couple of games where Julio Jones was unstoppable. I would have put this offense up against any other team in the NFL. But that's just going away, and I don't know why. But defensively, you know that they didn't have a lot of talent. You know that they didn't have really playmakers on that side of the ball. I mean, hell, Brian Cox wanted to fight one of the dudes yesterday. Ball award to Brian Cox. Ball award to Brian Cox for grabbing Rashid Hageman up under his chin, old school style. And I don't know if you should do that. I don't know if that's a good look. I don't know if that's a professional thing for a coach to grab one of his players. But, I mean, it was the only damn thing to get excited about yesterday if you were rooting for the Atlanta Falcons. So this team is just bad, man. Buster award to the Atlanta Falcons. There's no way around it. And baller award to the Carolina Panthers, who once again are now 13-0, and a personal baller award to Cam Newton. I don't know what more to say. Now even the biggest detractors, the biggest Cam Newton detractors are coming out and saying that he's probably going to win the MVP award right now. Talking about this guy's play over the last couple of weeks, over this entire season. Cam Newton right now is throwing the ball at such an elite level that it's not even funny. If you watch this guy in the pocket, the passes that he's throwing are so freaking accurate. Like there's not one single pass that a receiver has to reach for. Not one. Every single one of this guy's passes, he is hitting cats in the numbers. They're catching it right in the breadbasket. Old school term. They're catching it right in the breadbasket. And then you add on top of that what he does from an athletic standpoint, where he can tuck the ball, he can run. They got this whole spread offense working as well. He's not even playing with elite receivers. And this is sounding like a broken record, because I probably said the same damn thing last week. But every week, he submits what he's doing on that football field, man. And he's taken his game to such a high level. And he was always good. Let me say this, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Cam has always been good. He's always played great to me in the NFL. What Cam was sporadic and erratic is probably the better word I should use. In the fact that he'd have games where he'd go up and he'd go down. Now, over time, where he's gotten the ability to go in there and play football and work out some of his issues, he's gotten better. But that's the natural progression of any quarterback in the NFL. It's just that these types of quarterbacks like Cam Newton, where they're dubbed athletic quarterbacks, usually haven't been afforded the opportunity to get better over time. The Carolina Panthers, based on where they drafted him, the money they just gave him on a new big deal, they had to let this guy continue to work on his craft. And I'm happy to report that he has done it, and he has mastered the quarterback position. He has. He's mastered it. He's mastered it. In his 5th season, he has mastered this quarterback position. I don't see this guy regressing or anything like that. Remember now, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, remember, this guy's playing with second-rate receivers. This guy's number one target is a return dude in Ted Ginn Jr., okay? This guy doesn't really have his targets. The Benjamin kid, who would have been his number one target coming into the season, he's out for the year. Cam is throwing the second-team guys, second-tier wide receivers, and he just continues to astound week after week. Baller award, man, to the undefeated Carolina Panthers, in particular to Cam Newton. There's no other way to look at it. There's no other way to look at it. There's no other way to look at it. And you know he has his detractors. Probably a better term in this case would be haters. You know dude has it. Even his most staunch haters can't say nothing right now. They just got to put tape over their mouths. They can't. They can't deny this kid. They're undefeated. They're undefeated. I think they've won, 17 games in a row going into last season? There's nothing you can say about them. And as a matter of fact, the contract that he just got, based on this guy's upside and his progression, is probably underpaid him. He probably deserves more money, because you talk about the franchise, you talk about the face of the team, you talk about one of the faces of the league, great personality, hell, giving kids giving kids footballs. Right. You know, the guy's the face of the league, man. Yeah. And there was some discussion on whether the Carolina Panthers should take him when he came out in the draft. Where are those people at now? People wrote some scathing reports and articles about Cam Newton. He's not a leader. Remember the dude said Cam was fake? That's just Cam's personality. So stop it. When we get back from the break, man, we'll start reading some of your chat. We'll quickly talk about some birthdays, and we'll continue with these Ballas and Bustas right here on the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Keep it live.
Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Happy Monday to all of the Stewies out there. I got to be honest with you, man. My voice is kind of weak. Really kicked it hard this weekend. So, last minute, old Chucktown Ron, old Chucktown Ron hits me up and was like, hey, man, let's roll to Carolina and check out the Panthers-Falcons game. I was like, you know what? I haven't been up there in a while. Let's go root for the Falcons, and hope for a miracle. And, check out the Carolina Panthers, the undefeated Carolina Panthers. So I says, you know what, let's do it. So we packed up a bag and we jumped in the road. We didn't get up there till like 8 o'clock Friday night or Saturday night. Got up there like 8 o'clock Saturday night, went out, hit the town, went to the dude Peter off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. He's got a little sports bar. It's more like a lounge there in Charlotte called Sports One. And, I mean, that was crazy. I did a little Periscope from there Saturday night. Then went to the game on Sunday and had a great time, man. Once again, the tailgate is just very reminiscent of how it used to be here in Atlanta when Vic was here, man. It's just a festival-like atmosphere. Everybody's smiling. I saw somebody mention it in the chat room, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. My man Leon says the energy Cam is brought to the whole city of Carolina is amazing, I guess Charlotte. And it is. I mean, everybody's spirits are high. I mean, very, very high. And it's just an incredible semblance between Cam and Vic, once again. Because I see so many people wearing the Cam Newton jerseys in Carolina. It's like they don't even need to sell nobody's else. They're selling. I saw a lot of people with Luke Kuechling's on as well. Then you got some old school people wearing the Steve Smiths and Sam Mills or whatever every once in a while. But like 90% of people that are wearing jerseys around there are Cam Newtons. And it was the same way here in Atlanta with Vic. Same style of quarterback, very exciting style of quarterback. But Cam has even taken what Vic did to the next level, I think. Time will tell. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. There's a lot of football to be played. But just the whole atmosphere was just so eerily familiar to me on how it was here in Atlanta for so many years under MV7 to how it's going down now in Carolina, man. Incredible weekend. I had a great time, man. Got much love for my Carolina folk. Much love. Yeah, much love for my Carolina folk. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me say thank you to everybody. Baller award to you on a Monday. Thank you to everybody that has donated to the Doug Stewart Show over the last couple of weeks. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. One thing you'll never get enough of is me thanking you on this show for anything that you do in helping this show, man. We've been doing it for well over a year now. And independent radio, actually starting our own network. And we're doing a lot of big things, man, but it's very, very hard. It's not an easy task to make this go down so flawlessly. The production and everything, all the quality, everything sounds great to bring this quality radio product to you. It's not easy at all. So I threw out and started this campaign, called the Triple F campaign. It stands for $5 for the flavor. $5 a month. All we ask you to do is donate $5 a month to the Doug Stewart Show. If you having a great time on this show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., just buy your boy a beer. It's the equivalent to buying your boy one beer a month. $5 is all that we ask. Now, you can donate more, and if you donate $20 or more, we'll send you your very own T-shirt. But all we're asking, if we can get the majority of you to donate $5 a month, man, we will be able to make this show even bigger and better. So thank you to everybody that's donated. And all you got to do to donate one time a month, $5, is go to thedougstewartshow.com, click on the donate button, and you can do that, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I looked at the birthdays. Man, and there's no real significant birthdays to talk about, man. The only person that you may have even heard of, or that a lot of my listeners have heard of probably, that I can think of. I'm sure you heard of a bunch of these people, but I don't know none of these damn people. But the only one in particular celebrating their 27th birthday today is Nicholas Batum. Happy birthday to him, NBA player. So happy birthday to him. No big, long production. And speaking of birthdays, and the actual opposite, man, tragic news this weekend, man. John Hot Rod Williams used to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers for many, many years. Great NBA player, man. He passed away this weekend at the age of 53. Condolences to his family and prayers to his family, man. Real sad. They said he learned he had, I believe it was prostate cancer a while back, man, and it just took him out real, real quick. So condolences, man, and to the great Hot Rod Williams. You talk about a prototype player, 6'10", 6'11", could defend, could shoot, could play down the block, just a solid player. He's probably more known for he was involved in some type of point shaving scandal, I believe, when he was in college. I think he went to Tulane, and so that was kind of like the big conversation about Hot Rod Williams throughout his career. But he went on to glory, man, so condolences once again to his family. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Ball award to Derrick Henry as he does win the Heisman Trophy. I mean, we knew he was. We knew he was. And yes, I am struggling with my voice once again. But we knew Derrick Henry was going to win the Heisman Trophy, man, as he go ahead and gets 378 first-place votes, total points of 1,832. Coming in second, though, Christian McCaffrey, and there was a lot of discussion on this show in particular, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. There was a lot of conversation about Christian McCaffrey and should he, in fact, win the Heisman Trophy, and is he being done wrong and not being given enough credit because he's white? I reject all of those notions. But he actually came in second, and he had a lot of votes. He actually had 290 first-place votes, and he had total points of 1,539. So he only came in about 300 points less than Derrick Henry. So it was a lot closer than I thought. I just thought that the tide was just flowing the way of Derrick Henry, and the fact that he played for Alabama and broke the record for yardage in the SEC, which is incredible in itself because the SEC has had some great running backs in its history. So I thought Derrick Henry was going to win it, and he in fact does. But McCaffrey gets a lot of votes. Deshaun Watson obviously comes in third with 148 first-place votes as well. I would have given, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was going to say I would have given Deshaun Watson the vote for second. But Christian McCaffrey, all-time yardage, leader in college football history, surpassing Barry Sanders is a lot. It's big. Now, I don't know whether the fact that he played for Stanford on the West Coast, this East Coast bias came into play or what. I don't know. But I definitely thought Derrick Henry was going to win this thing, and he does. So ball award to him. Deshaun Watson get a Buster Award. Man showing up to the Heisman Trophy ceremony in a fuchsia suit. Deshaun Watson had on I think it's fuchsia. Isn't it kind of like a hybrid of pink and red? What the hell is he thinking? So he gets a Buster Award on the same weekend that I give him a Ball Award for just making it there. But damn, bruh. And you're going to regret that. Like, you're going to look back at that 20 years from now. when somebody convinced you to wear a fuchsia color suit. How dare you? How dare you? Hey, let me read some of your chat messages here on the Doug Stewart Show from my man Clay Davis, the Snowman. He says the Panthers better be careful with all that dancing crap. Remember LeBron was doing all that dancing crap when they were winning. Then they lost in the Eastern Conference Final. The same could be done to the Panthers in the NFC Championship game. It could be. It could definitely be done before them, before that as well. You know what? You remember when LeBron was doing that dancing stuff, and I hated it. But back then, I was a LeBron quote-unquote hater at the time, so I didn't like it. But at the end of the day, now that I'm back supporting LeBron and I'm a LeBron fan once again, the dancing stuff is, I can see your point. You doing all this dancing, all of that crap, man. Just get out there and play football. I can see your point, man, but I don't think it's that bad, bruh. Let's see. More of your chat here from Miss Mocha Bella Baller to Derrick Henry on winning the Heisman. Let's see what we got. From Rel Scott Ace, he was on his way. He wanted to see some shoes. From Leon, I love all the Panthers dancing. I don't have a problem with it. It's kind of like, I don't know what makes me feel like that this isn't as bad as when LeBron and the Cavaliers were doing it. It was something more, negative about when LeBron was doing it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, imagining. I can't give you an honest answer. But I don't think this is different. I don't think this is worse. I don't think this is as bad as when LeBron and those guys were doing it. From D. Finley, F the suit. I hate when men wear chains outside their dress shirt, especially with a damn suit. Where your daddy at? Yeah, who does that? Jameis Winston did the same thing last year as well at the Heisman Trophy ceremony, or maybe it was the year before. Deshaun Watson did the same thing. I'm not a particular fan of that either. Why wear your necklace outside? And I'm trying to think, did I ever do that when I was a kid? Maybe it's a young person thing or something like that. Nah, it's just not a good look. Somebody should have pulled him to the side like, all right, where's daddy at? So look, man, that's not a good look, son. You're wearing a suit. A suit is technically kind of like a professional look. Now, I know these guys are athletes and they're entertainers, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, so their mindset is a little bit different than most other people in this country when they wear a suit. They're trying to look good. Usually it's in a professional manner. Maybe you go into church or something like that. So we would never consider wearing a gold chain outside of our shirt. But that's definitely not a good look. It's definitely not a good look. So Buster wore to him again. Yeah. Jay Smith, dancing shows, they're having fun, folk. Take that stuff too serious. Yeah. And here's the big thing about Cam, and really, truly, it's the same thing with LeBron. That's just their personality. If I thought it was contrived, or if I thought that, these guys are just playing to the camera and being fake or whatever, I would say and I would agree with you that, I don't like it. But I just think that's these dudes' personalities. That is who Cam Newton is. That is who LeBron James is. And LeBron's really tapered it off. I guess feeling like he needed to make some type of change to take his career and his teams to the next level. And so he really doesn't do it anymore. I don't know. Do they do it anymore? Does LeBron do the dancing stuff, before the game? I don't think so. I haven't seen it. So I don't have a problem with it, man. That's these kids' personalities, man. No problem with it at all. All right, when we get back from the break, man, more Ballas and Bustas. And all I'm going to do is read chat coming up in the next segment, all right? Don't go away. Keep it locked. This is your boy, Doug Stewart. Keep it locked. Doug Stewart here to tell you about the folks at Strickland Security and one of their new security services. As I've told you before, these guys are your security experts. But what you didn't know is that they also handle security coverage for celebrities and special events here in Atlanta. Due to popular demand, the team at Strickland Security has created Celebrity Night Out Security Transportation Service. Want to impress the wife or girlfriend? Want to make sure your wife or your daughter is safe while out on the town with friends? You need this service. With a Celebrity Night Out service, 2 licensed and trained security professionals in black suits will pick you up in a black SUV and will deliver you and your party to your destination. These trained professionals can either stay by your side during the evening or wait for you outside. With these guys, you can truly relax and enjoy yourself because they're going to ensure your safe return home. Uber is a great service, but let's face it, they don't have your back if something goes wrong. In other words, if something pops off, they gone. So, whether you're planning something special, attending a holiday party, or just looking to have a stress-free night on the town, contact the team at Strickland Security and ask them about the Celebrity Night Out service. Trust me on this one. You will look and feel like a true celebrity or the president and the first lady. Yes, sir. Contact Strickland Security at 800-422-9075 or StricklandSecurity.com. That's StricklandSecurity.com.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
All right, so my boy made a great point. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Man Talk Monday. Shouts out to all of the Stewies out there in the chat room. I'm going to get to some of your chat here in a second. But my boy just hit me on the text and made a very valid point. I was talking earlier about how someone maliciously photoshopped my head on a person wearing a Carolina Panthers jersey. If you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and all of those things, man, I took several pictures yesterday at this tailgate. And if you saw any of those other pictures posted online, you'll see that I was wearing a white T-shirt at the tailgate. There's several pictures out there of me at the tailgate, and all I had on was a white T-shirt. It was very warm yesterday. I actually had my jacket tied around my waist, old school style, and I had on a white T-shirt. That was it. I'm telling you, it's a frame up. Somebody tried to frame me. Not that if I wanted to become a Carolina Panthers fan full-time, I couldn't do it, because I am from the great state of South Carolina. And we and my boy Chucktown Ron argued about that all weekend. He kept saying, well, it's not the Carolina Panthers, it's not the South Carolina Panthers, it's the Charlotte Panthers. No, they're not named the Charlotte Panthers. They're not named the North Carolina Panthers. They're named the Carolina Panthers. The owner, Jerry Richardson, wanted to include the state of South Carolina. The Carolina Panthers are the only team in the NFL that's not named after the state or a city. They're the only team. Reason being because it's both states' team. Okay? So, for the record, I didn't wear Carolina Panthers Steve Smith jersey yesterday at the tailgate. But if I wanted to, I would be fully in my rights. So thank you, my man Chuck. My man Chuck just hit me up and was like, yeah, man, if you just look around, you see some other pictures of you and what you had on all day at the tailgate. You had on a T-shirt. Thank you, Chuck, man. I appreciate it. You're a great American. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Shouts out to my folks at Strickland Security, man. Not only do they protect your home with great alarm systems and servicing, starting out at just $15 a month. They can get you a big boy alarm system with cameras and all of that stuff, or they can even fix your alarm system. They have over 55 years combined experience. Not only do they do all of that top notch at StricklandSecurity.com, but now they've rolled out this celebrity night out thing, which is tremendous. So the holidays are coming around. You know about the Grown and Sexy New Year's Eve Party.com. So if you want to impress your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, man, call Strickland Security, and they'll have two guys show up in all black that'll drive you around in a dark-colored SUV. One of them will be strapped. That's right. That's right. You know, New Year's, people be drinking, stuff be happening. So look like the president and the first lady. Look like Barack, bootleg Barack and a bootleg Michelle. And hire Strickland Security, man, for the Celebrity Night Out package, man, where they will give you custom service, protect you, take you out on the town, and drive you home on New Year's Eve. Check my folks out at StricklandSecurity.com. That's StricklandSecurity.com. And tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. You won't regret it. All right, 404-382-0338. Let me read more of your chat here from, who do we got? From Chico the Alpha. If Doug has Strickland Security ninjas, wouldn't be able to change his shirt. I don't know what you mean by that. Tight Sigma, I agree for Fatboy McCoon. She is the greatest tennis player also. Oh, yeah, ball award to Serena Williams, as she's named the Sports Illustrated Player of the Year or Athlete of the Year. Yeah. Ball award to Serena Williams. Obviously an incredible season. Almost completed the Grand Slam and winning all four majors. Came a little bit short in the U.S. Open, I believe it was. But just a phenomenal year, man. Probably the greatest female athlete this country has ever seen. And I did say ever. I mean, it might not even be a conversation, but ball award out to her as well. Let's see who we got here from. James the truck driver. You were on Periscope at the sports bar cheering for Carolina Panthers and complaining about why the bar was closing at 2 a.m. Yeah, that's a lie, sir. Now listen. Let me say this. And thank you for tuning in to me on Periscope. I really do appreciate it. At 2 a.m. in Charlotte, North Carolina, having a couple of drinks, venting, being upset about how bad the Atlanta Falcons have been playing over the last couple of weeks, I may have said something that did seem negative. I say something negative a lot of people would say about the Atlanta Falcons a lot around here over the last couple of weeks. But if I was cheering for the Carolina Panthers on Periscope, I was doing that, sir, tongue-in-cheek. Now, was I upset about the bars in Charlotte closing at 2 a.m.? Hell yeah! I'm glad you brought that up. Buster award to the bars in Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean, how the hell you close a bar on a Saturday night at 2 a.m.? Now, I think in Atlanta, it's 4 a.m., when I first moved to Atlanta, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, when I first moved to this city, bars used to stay open all night long. As a matter of fact, they had plenty of bars that were quote-unquote after-hours bars. The great club anytime, if you old school Atlanta, and not old school, over the last 20 years, old school Atlanta, if you remember Club Anytime, it was called Club Anytime. It was right there on Peachtree, downtown ATL, and Club Anytime was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the entire year long. You could roll up on Club Anytime at 7:30 in the morning, and there was a party going on, a DJ and everything. So that's the background I come from, okay? But to close down at 2 a.m. on a Saturday night in a quote-unquote major city is blasphemous. Bust the award to Charlotte for that crap. If you watch me on Periscope, I think you can go back and watch my old Periscopes. If you saw the Periscope I did and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, we were in the bar. We were having a good time. Drinks were flowing. We're getting a lot of love. And the lights came on. I looked around. I was like, wait a minute. These people turned the lights on. So, yeah, they get a Buster Award for that. From Ace Foster, Doug got a Panthers jersey. Bit the yeah still on it. I don't know what he's saying. I need y'all to really, really watch your grammar and your stuff in this chat room, man, because I'm reading this stuff for myself. From the Kicking It with Kesey show, Ball Award to whoever made the perfect Photoshop Doug pick. Pay that graphic artist for his great work. Sure looks authentic to me. Exactly. Whoever did that Photoshop guy is a freaking Photoshop genius. But if you're just tuning in, my boy Chuck just hit me up and made a very good point. You can go out there and find several pictures of me at the tailgate. All I had on was a T-shirt, man. I mean, it's crap. I mean, how did that guy do that Photoshop stuff, man? From Loose Neck Side, did the Falcons go from 6 straight to 7 straight in reverse? Now, that's talent. It's really not talent. From K3000, go. You still the mother, man, G. From Loose Neck Side, the Falcons go. Oh, I just read that. From Leon, just saw Deshaun's suit. That suit is red. Laugh out loud. And the Ninja got on blue and white polka dot shirt with the chain over the top of the tie. Laugh out loud. That's crazy. I mean, it was a bad look. Ball Award to Serena Williams for being the 2015 Sports Illustrated Sports Person of the Year. Yes, sir. That's from Okabella. Run CNC. Ball Award to Willie Gay for that pick six dance that lasted for what seemed like 10 minutes. We got to talk about some of the other games in the NFL this weekend. Obviously, we'll do that in the second hour. From Kaza, Mike Smith saw the Falcons score, and his pants got tight. That doesn't sound good. From Jay Smith, LeBron might not dance anymore, but Steph sure does. Speaking of which, man, Ball Award to the Golden State Warriors for a 24-game win streak. Came to an end this weekend. So what are they? They're 24-1 right now. Came to an end this weekend. That game, was it Friday night? Yeah, I believe it was Friday night. So they won Friday night, and I think they lost Saturday night against Milwaukee. The game that they had Friday night when they played against the Boston Celtics went into double overtime, really drained them. They had injury issues, Klay Thompson ailing as well. And so they were just drained. The next night on the road, didn't complete that 7-game road trip with going undefeated, as they do lose to the Boston Celtics. Boston played real tough. Or not to the Boston Celtics. They beat Boston and lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. And Milwaukee played inspired basketball. And Jason Kidd, you can say what you want about him. Jason Kidd can coach. And that Milwaukee Bucks team is a young team. Jabari Parker's starting to play a lot better right now. But at the end of the day, Ball Award to them, but a big Ball Award, man, to the Golden State Warriors had to come to an end. Now we're going to keep our sights set on what happens with this 72 mark that the Chicago Bulls got back in, I think, 1995. So Ball Award to Golden State. A tremendous run. A tremendous run. All right, when we get back from the break, hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. We'll continue with the Ballas and Bustas, talk about all these other stories in the world of sports and entertainment right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Oh, yeah, I should have mentioned this earlier. Immediately following my show today, you'll hear a rebroadcast of the return of the 2 live stews from this past weekend. So just stay tuned. You don't have to log out or anything like that. Just stay tuned. And immediately following the show, we'll rebroadcast the return of the 2 live stews from this past weekend, all right? Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce. Don't go away. Keep it locked.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Hour number 2, baby. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show for everybody that's already been tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Don't forget, immediately following today's show, the return of the 2 live shows from this past weekend. It's kind of tough after the fact when everything's gone down, but still good if you follow the stews, if you listen to the 2 live stews to hear some of the shenanigans that go on the show. So if you're at your desk riding around in your car and you have your internet capability, man, keep it tuned in to the return of the 2 live stews and check out our show from this past weekend. Baller Award to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers have been playing good football lately as they beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Big story out of that game is Andy Dalton might be done for the season with a broken thumb. So he throws an interception, man, and tries to make a tackle on dude and somehow sticks his finger in there, his hand in there, and breaks his thumb. So he might be done for the season. That's going to be a huge story. Cincinnati, almost like that dude in life, they can't get right. Finally look like a team that's going to vie for a Super Bowl in earnest. Not just another good year. It looks like that they got all of the pieces to possibly win a Super Bowl. And the starting quarterback, who's having his best year by far, breaks his thumb. They just bad luck. A.J. McCarron, former Alabama quarterback, is now the starting quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. What do y'all think about that?
I think it's an RAP. I've never been a fan of A.J. McCarron. Never thought he was that great of a quarterback. Seems like one of those game manager type quarterbacks that we've seen come from Alabama over the last couple of years under Nick Saban. We'll see. Maybe he's better than we think. Maybe he can come in there and rally these troops together and lead them to some victories and maybe a postseason run as well. But we'll see. Andy Dalton done for the season. He's saying that he's going to do everything possible to come back and play. They're supposed to have more tests today, so we'll talk about that, I'm sure, more once we get more information tomorrow. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me read some of your chat here. Thank you so much for the chat. From Stringer, he says, Ball award to my high school, Colquitt County. Back-to-back undefeated Georgia State champs. Number 2 in the nation. Yeah, ball award to y'all. Y'all win back-to-back state championships. You definitely deserve a ball award, sir. From Clay Davis, the Snowman, the Warriors were never going undefeated, but the Spurs are the team that the Warriors should fear the most. Yeah, nobody thought that the Spurs or the Warriors were going to go undefeated. 82 games, long season, long road trips, injuries come into play. But, once again, we talked about this last week on this show and on the Two Live Stews. They were on pace to go 82-0. Now, I know that I'm saying that, once again, tongue-in-cheek, but it is what it is. They go down this past weekend, 24-1 right now, still an incredible record. From Loose Neck Side, ball award to the lovely ladies of the chat. Thank you for bringing the heat and keeping us ninjas in line. All right, I second that. What happened? What happened in the chat room? Let's see. From Vince Wright, Big Smooth 1, ball award to Porzingis for being a damn player. Phil knew what he was up to. Porzingis has been playing Kristaps Porzingis for the New York Yankees, balling out of control. Miss Mocha Bella, Doug was drinking, and him and two buddies were saying what's going on with the lights turned on at 2 a.m. Yeah, we had a very interesting time. So it was me, Chucktown Ron, and his brother Rick Bell. I'm sure they're listening to the show right now. Went to Charlotte, man, had a great time. From Rel Scott, somebody out there got a daughter or son that can work for Doug. We need someone to preview this chat. I agree with you. Speaking of which, we are definitely in the market for an intern. That's right. So if you have a child, a daughter, son, or whatever in college, studying broadcasting, is a very good possibility that we can get them, help them with some credits for their major in interning with the Doug Stewart Show. So if you know somebody, if you got a son or daughter, once again, that would like to intern with the Doug Stewart Show, we would love it. And actually just very small, menial things like reviewing chat like I'm doing right now by myself, little small stuff, some editing maybe, that we can help them out with as well, and they can help us out with. That would be great. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Where we make dreams come true. Yes, sir. From Fat Boy McCoon, Chuchi, Serena can have a pic of Jesus right over her head, and I'm still going in. What are they talking about? Getting with Serena Williams? I mean, she's Georgia fine. I talked last week about what Georgia fine is. Body is just incredible. One of the all-time great bodies in the history of bodies. Her face, though, she looks too much like Richard Williams to me. Like, if I got with Serena, all I would see is Richard. And that would be kind of disheartening, is looking at Richard Williams. From Stringer, ball award to whoever came up with that meme of the Falcons fan turning into the Panthers fan at 12-0. That was funny. Yeah. The whole Homer Simpson little meme where he's got on this Falcons jersey, and then he slowly starts backing into the bushes, and he comes out with the Carolina Panthers jersey on. I mean, who would do something like that? Who would just go from the Falcons to the Panthers? Wow. From Rel Scott, Doug, did you go on the shoe show after they kicked y'all out of the club? No, we didn't. We went back to we had a little apartment somebody set up for my homeboy, and, just drank till our heart desires. And let's see, from Chuchi. Yeah, it would become if I were to be fired. From Tight Sigma Doug, we were talking about that ass, Doug. Who? Serena? Oh, yeah. Yeah, ball award to that ass. From the 47 problem, y'all better stop talking about my girl like that. Me and Serena about to be together. From Clay Davis Snowman, the Snowman. I'm always glad that my daughter has my wife's face every day. Yeah. Who we got here? From Chico the Alpha, I think she got another opportunity. From Ms. Mocha Bella, Devin Cook, little brother, played on the Miami Central football team as 2015 state champs. So we'll read more of your chat today on the show. When we get back from the break, man, and I'm sure most of you have seen it. We'll continue to give out Ballas and Bustas. I'm sure most of you have seen it, but I'm just going to give you my commentary on what happened to Roy Jones Jr. this past weekend. You know, I sit back and think about it, man, and I think Roy Jones, during the height of his career, might have been my favorite boxer of all time. Maybe a tie with Tyson. But what's going on with Roy Jones, man, over the last couple of years is hurtful. That's the best word I can use is hurtful. We'll talk about Roy Jones when we get back. Give out some more Ballas and Busters. The Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Struggling with my voice, man. But I'm a professional. I'm a professional. Long weekend. Great weekend, though, man. Had a lot of fun. When you roll up on a tailgate and they got one of them big-ass barrel grills and you can't see none of the, what's it called? The actual grill part where you put the meat on. When you can't see none of that because all it have that just extends from side to side is just meat, that's a great tailgate, Shawty. Wow. Man, they cooked so much meat. And I actually put a video in the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group page, so you can go check that out, of kind of like the tail end of the tailgate that I was at yesterday. And man, it was absolutely crazy, man. Just a million gazillion people, food galore, much alcohol. It was just a great time, man. Shouts out to my man Calvin Colson. Shouts out to everybody that kicked it with us, man. We had a real good time, man. Some great Southern hospitality, as we were actually obviously people coming from Atlanta. And but it was a great time, man. Shouts out to the Charlotte tailgating crew, man. Crazy. Hey, man, do you or anyone you know, do you need advertising and trying to reach sports fans, mostly Metro Atlanta, but throughout the world, throughout the country and throughout the world? Advertise with the Doug Stewart Show, man. We got a lot of things, a lot of different gigs that we're doing, as they call it, on Fiverr.com. You can get more information about exactly what we do on Fiverr. But interview you on my show, we can do that. We can promote you on social media, on our social media, which we have over 11,000 Twitter followers, voiceovers, broadcast on our network, which is the big thing. We're broadcasting other shows on the network. So if you got a great show or podcast, but you don't have a lot of listeners, man, we have a great following here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, close to 10,000 followers. So we do that as well. We can play your music on the show coming in and out of breaks. So check it out. All the details on Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr.com. Or just email me straight at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Let's do some business. All right? Thank you, studio audience. So, Baller Award to Johnny Manziel, as the Cleveland Browns get a win, 24-10 over the San Francisco 49ers. Johnny Manziel, 21 for 31, 270 yards, one touchdown, has one bad interception late in the game, throwing across his body, rolling to his left, throwing across his body to the right. And he was mad as hell about that, broke an actual clipboard on his head or something crazy like that on the sideline. But the Browns win a game, man. You got to leave Johnny Manziel out there and see what you got. You got to continue to let this guy grow. As I mentioned at the top of the show, same thing with Cam Newton. Historically, in the past, quarterbacks with that skill set haven't been afforded the opportunity to continue to work on their craft and get better. They get yanked quick, okay? So Cam, first-round draft pick, they got to leave him out there and see what he can do. Let him get better. Cam has done that. I feel the same way about Johnny Manziel. Now, a lot of the stuff off the field, hurts himself, and that may be his detriment. That may ultimately be the reason why he's never turned into a great NFL quarterback. But as far as on the field and in between the lines, you got to put that guy out there, man. Showed some flashes, made some great throws, obviously tucks the ball and can run with the football as well. Didn't do a ton of that, only had 15 yards rushing. But Johnny Manziel gets a win. It was against the San Francisco 49ers and old sorry-ass Blaine Gabbert. I get that. But the Cleveland Browns get a win under Johnny Manziel. Ball award to him. Y'all know I'm an unabashful Johnny Manziel fan. I am. And also this weekend, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, also this weekend, man, Roy Jones Jr. goes down this weekend to Enzo Maccarinelli. I believe that's the way you pronounce that guy's name. He knocks Roy Jones Jr. out in the 4th round. And when I say knockout, I mean knock the F out. Like Smokey. Like Smokey ran up in the ring and just screamed out to Roy Jones, "You got knocked the F out." It was absolutely horrible, man. I don't know. I said it in the last segment. I don't know what's going on with Roy, man. 35 years old, has sustained some real bad knockouts. And here's the thing about Roy Jones when he gets knocked out. Even going back to when he got knocked out by Antonio Tarver, when he lost to Glenn Johnson. And I can't remember if he got up on the Antonio Tarver one or not. But in particular, like the Glenn Johnson knockout and this knockout this weekend, when Roy gets knocked out, it's almost like he's dead. Like boxers, when they get knocked down, you know, most of the time, you know, they're coherent. They can move around and they can try to get on their feet and show the referee that they're okay. When Roy gets knocked out, it's like he's asleep. Like he's unconscious. It's like he's unconscious. It's almost like he's dead. That can't be a good thing. He's already older. The guy has boxed his entire life. He's probably already taken too many hits to the head. I don't know why he continues to do this. And I actually like Roy as a commentator, as a color analyst in boxing. And you would think with all the punches that he's taken in his life, he wouldn't be able to talk that great. He doesn't talk that great. He's no orator or anything like that. But he does very well, you know, commentating on these fights. That's going to start to slip away from him as well if he continues on this path. If Roy Jones continues to get into this ring and fight cats when clearly he's lost a step or two, and he actually was doing okay. I actually saw this fight after the fact. Somebody posted it on YouTube or whatever. But he was actually doing okay the first couple of rounds. But he's 35 years old and fighting these young cats that are hungry, man. And it's just sad to see, man, because once again, I think Roy and Tyson were probably the two guys that I got most hyped up about, you know, when they fought, is seeing these guys fought. Because Roy was crazy good. Mad skill. Some of the fastest hands you'll ever see in boxing. Somebody did like a montage of Roy Jones Jr.'s greatest fights, greatest knockouts, saw a while back, man. And Roy was just tremendous to watch. Very, very fun guy to watch, man. He had the showmanship and everything to go along with it, man. But it's just sad to see old boxers in this predicament. And Roy, I've never heard about Roy being broke, losing all of his money or anything like that. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So why he continues to do it, and he always making these crazy statements about he's going to, win the belts back and reunify this, that, and the other. I'm like, Roy, you ain't reunifying nothing, man. Stop. And I know you have to have this machismo, this attitude where, you're just, you won't take no for an answer. I get that. You have to have a swagger about yourself to be a world-renowned athlete. I get that. And it's just bad now. It's just real bad, man. 404-382-0338. Like, he doesn't move. That's the most alarming part about the whole thing is he doesn't move when he gets knocked down. From Rel Scott, it's sad to see a legend go out like that. Roy must owe the IRS. And maybe he has money, or maybe the IRS wants it. And I don't understand how a guy that's made that much money and has been so successful, I don't understand how athletes in general could get in trouble with the IRS. You would think that you have the best accountants that money could buy. And yeah, nobody likes paying Uncle Sam, but I mean, it's a necessary evil. You got to do it. So I've never heard that Roy owes anybody, or is lacking for money or anything like that, man. It's just really sad. From failed pay, Roy going to start sounding like Holyfield, and that's the problem. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. That's the problem. Holyfield clearly, has issues with his speech and his mentals. And once again, he's no James Earl Jones or anything like that. He's no authoritative speaker like that. But Roy does okay in commentating on these fights. He needs to stop before he even loses that. Where he even loses that little bit that he has left. From Dallas, it says Roy must be wearing Depends when he fights because Ninja's got to wake up with piss and ish all in his drunks. Yeah, it's that bad. From Kaza, maybe Roy just like taking naps. See, now y'all trying to be funny. And this isn't a funny situation, man. This is not a funny situation. from Vince Wright, Mocha. I'm going to have all y'all flying to Miami in a minute. From Tight Sigma, Roy Jones is broke. Them damn Fighting Cocks days are limited. Rory sounds like he's got Jolly Ranchers in his mouth. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, man, but he's not bad. And in comparison to other boxers, okay, you want to go from one extreme to the next. You go from Roy Jones Jr. to where Muhammad Ali is right now with dementia and concussions and all of that, hits to the head and how you talk about boxers and the conversation that you have about boxers. Roy is doing phenomenal right now as far as the speaking tip. He is. From Rail Scott, Roy's going to be on ESPN broke. The scary part about it is not the fact that if he's lost a lot of his money. The scary part is now any money that he has holding on to it. If you start losing some of your faculties about yourself, then you start making bad decisions business-wise and money-wise. I can see you start to lose your money right now because you trust, these scandalous advisors and managers and agents. That's where you start to lose your money because clearly he can't be thinking right now for him to keep continuing to get into the ring and put his life on the line. Literally putting his life on the line, man. Just a sad, sad story. I mean, it really hurts. And, Roy Jones Jr., if you're under the age of 30, I always throw out that number because that's kind of like the point where you kind of separate a lot of stuff that we talk about on this show, old school to new school. If you're under the age of 30, I can't even put into words to you how marvelous a fighter Roy Jones Jr. was. Roy Jones Jr. had a left hook from hell. Roy Jones Jr. had a snap hook. It was like a snap hook. Fighters didn't even see it. He snapped that left hook so fast. And it was an event. It was an event. And now, this. It's really, really sad. All right, when we get back from the break, man, more your chat, more sports talk, more Ballas and Bustas. We'll review some of what went down, or more of what went down this weekend in the world of the NFL. Don't forget, the return of the 2 Live Stews coming up at the end of my show. You don't even have to log out. All right, so stay tuned. Sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got you back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. What the hell's gotten into the Jacksonville Jaguars? Ball award to them, 51-16 over the Indianapolis Colts. Did somebody see that game? What the hell was that all about? The Jaguars actually are in good position to try to vie for that AFC South division, which is struggling this year. Jaguars, Colts, Titans, real rough division. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Don't forget, bring in New Year's with your boy, man, in the Doug Stewart Show. December 31st, 2015. We are bringing in 2016 in Big Willie fashion, man. The Ramada Plaza Capitol, downtown ATL. Real nice space, man. Very couples friendly. Going to be a great night, man. Go online and check out all the details of the event. Bring in New Year's with your boy at the Grown and Sexy New Year's Eve Party.com. Once again, the Grown and Sexy New Year's Eve Party.com. Bring in New Year's with your boy, man. Grown and sexy style. No kids allowed. No kids allowed. Several parties in Atlanta, man, but let's just be honest. We're a little bit older right now. You don't want to be the old man up in the club, so come party with other couples and good people, man, for New Year's, bringing in 2016. All right, 404-382-0338. Yeah, Jacksonville, 51-16 over the Indianapolis Colts. Ball award to them. Ball award to the New Orleans Saints. Kind of a shock, I guess. You're at home. They beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at their home in Tampa Bay, 24-17. Kind of erratic play by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Young quarterback, that's to be expected. Don't look now. Seattle Seahawks, big win, 35-6 on the road, beating the Baltimore Ravens. Seahawks now 8-5 and trending upwards. Let's look at this NFC West division. So Arizona obviously going to win that division. Seattle Seahawks 8-5. They'll probably get a wild card as things stand right now. So you'll probably get the wild card out of the NFC West with Seattle. And then the Minnesota Vikings right now are in good standings as well to get the wild card out of the NFC North. Green Bay or Minnesota. One of those two teams will win the division. The other will win the wild card. So it's coming down to nut cutting time. Seattle. Wow. If Seattle gets to these playoffs the way Russell Wilson has been playing, ball award to him, 5 touchdown passes on yesterday. If they get into these playoffs, man, they could beat anybody. Really starting to play great football at the right time. Ball award to the Seattle Seahawks. Buster award to the New England Patriots, even though they won. I'm just giving them a Buster award. Cheating asses. They probably cheating. They beat the Texans last night 27-6. Pretty good game, though, for Jadeveon Clowney, man, as he racks up a couple of sacks. Jadeveon's starting to come around. Maybe he's finally healthy. Don't forget, this guy had major knee surgery last year. And so last night, man, gets 2 sacks and coming off that edge, man, just a holy terror. If him and J.J. Watt can start playing together, man, and be on the same page, wow, that's going to be hell to deal with. So ball award to him, man, in a loss. Still like to give a ball award to my homeboy, Jadeveon Clowney. Ball award, ball award, ball award. Let me read some of this chat. From Stagger Lee, he says, if Doug say Roy Jones in 30 one more damn time. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. And maybe Stagger Lee's kind of frustrated because Roy Jones is his homeboy. Stagger Lee's from the great Pensacola, Florida. I'm sorry, Stagger Lee. I'm sorry, bruh. I'm sorry. Your homeboy need to stop. Simple as that. If you can get word to him, talk to him. I'm sure you know some people that he knows. You might even know him. Hell, Stagger. Somebody talk to Roy Jones, get word to that man that he needs to stop this. From Thorny Switch, very, very true, Doug. Roy Jones was no joke in his prime. From Chuchi, didn't Roy Jones fight walking in sideways? He did have like an abstract style, non-traditional style, but it was his, and it was beautiful to watch. Once again, that left hook was crazy. Let me grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Doug Stewart, what's happening?
What's up? Who's this?
T from Huntsville, sir.
T from Huntsville. What up, baby?
Man, enjoying the quickest 2 hours in radio as always, man. I wanted to get my thoughts on Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton if I could, sir.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, brother.
Man, I'm noticing a disturbing trend, man. Okay, I know what the mainstream does. I just don't want people to fall victim for this. You are watching a 13-0 team, and people are actually looking for flaws or looking for reasons not to enjoy the moment. Okay, again, I've said this plenty of times with a quick repeat. I think the problem with the mainstream networks is that they don't enjoy sports in the moment. That's the great thing about sports. You watch them, see what happens, report on it.
Right.
What they do is try to predict. And when the predictions don't come right, they avoid and ignore good stories like this.
Yeah.
So instead of celebrating it, I heard you read a chat earlier that said, the Panthers better watch out with all this dancing. They could end up losing in the first round. Okay, on its surface, that's actually a true statement, but one has nothing to do with the other. Okay, what people are doing now, it's just like if you see a pretty woman on the street, are you going to see yourself, she looks really good, I think I'm going to go talk to her. Wait a minute, she might be crazy. She could have a crazy brother. She could have a crazy ex-boyfriend. I'm not going to do it. Before you even went over there, you've talked yourself out of an experience. You haven't even got to enjoy it because you're thinking ahead of the game.
Right, exactly.
And that's what you're doing, and that's what you're doing right here with Cam. Who does that? Who's gonna look at a beautiful sunset and say, man, that's a nice sunset? But I'm not going to bother to look at it because in 15 minutes it's going to be gone, so who cares?
Yeah, and you know what, T? Let me give you another example, another analogy, and someone made mention of this, how this whole thought process of not getting rid of a coach that has a good record because you don't know if you can get a better one. They always throw up that scenario, that comparison to what happened at Tennessee with Philip Fulmer and how they were never able to get a good coach to replace him. But you don't live your life like that about something that you don't know, that you can't foresee. You got to live life at the fullest.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're not living, man. You just, you're going to miss out on life. You're
Right.
Miss out on life. So what you do is you, in this moment, baby, you sit back and enjoy. This is a 13-0 team. This is a 13-0 team heading towards history. So maybe they could lose, but who knows what's going to happen. So what you do is you sit back and enjoy this team. You enjoy an MVP caliber quarterback who the media did not like, who the league did not embrace, who has been fighting a coach who's been driving, this Bentley of a player like a disabled 95-year-old lady on the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten over all this. Even the haters in college, he excelled in college. Now he's in the pros, excelling as he's been doing his whole career. You enjoy the Panthers, who as a team are getting together and playing great ball as a defense. You celebrate receivers that are stepping up. You celebrate a Ted Ginn who drops balls, but last game picked those balls up and is still running open, so he's going to be a threat. You don't look for flaws in the flawless. You don't look for problems in perfection. If you are following the media, then that's your fault. If you're a division opponent and you're just upset because you're getting whooped, I understand that. If you're an Atlanta fan and you make that comment, I get it. You just got your ass whooped, and you got another one coming in 2 weeks. So I understand how you feel. You should be upset because you're going to be on the bottom of the division for a while, so I get that. But if not, then you should enjoy this. Don't look to not enjoy this moment. You just look at the team, 13-0, you enjoy next week. You enjoy the week after. You wait to the playoffs. They got to bye. You enjoy that, and you sit back and watch what happens in the season. That's what football is all about. It's not about this agenda of deflection. We are the dogs and poodles. We are above that. We are better than that. We rise above that because we understand sports. We have the Doug Stewart Show. We have the Two Live Stews, but we have a higher knowledge, so we don't fall for agendas. We listen to the stories. We enjoy them. We live in the moment. We enjoy the great quarterback known as Cam Newton. That's what we do. That's what we do in the doghouse. That is what we do in the doghouse.
Preach.
The doors of the chat
Preach, T.
are now open.
Appreciate the call, T. Man got carried away there. The man got carried away. He got emotional. I almost could hear him crying in the background, man. Appreciate that, T. And you're exactly right. We always talk about the biases that come across in the media. Cam Newton is he's had all these issues. He's got, personality flaws. He got kicked out of Florida. He dances too much. He does all of these things. And so when his detractors were full force and detracting, were doing their thing, now that the whole thing has changed, the whole narrative has changed, and Cam is clearly balling out of control and presumably going to be the NFL's MVP, as much as you should be embracing that story, you're not, because you're on record for killing the guy for so long. So it's kind of strange. It's hard for you to go one day killing a guy to the next day, singing his praises. So what you do is you kind of, deflect, or you kind of talk about it a little bit less and less glowing terms, but you don't give it the credence that it deserves. And that's exactly what's going on with Cam Newton right now. You don't talk about what could happen down the road. You don't talk about, the fact that they keep dancing, they might lose. Of course they might lose. Like I said earlier when we read that chat message and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, of course they can lose. Anybody can lose, okay? But right now, it's a great story. It's a tremendous story. And don't forget, this is a guy that has success everywhere that he's been. This is a guy that won big-time games in big-time atmospheres. You're talking about a guy that won an SEC championship. You're talking about a guy that won a national championship, a Heisman Trophy. So in the big situations, he doesn't falter. He's proven that he can live up to the big stage. He has. And so I can't wait to see what happens with these Panthers, man, in the playoffs. I cannot wait. I'll give him another Ball Award late in the show. Ball Award to Cam Newton. He got his haters. He has his haters. But I can't wait to see what's going on. Atlanta police said Ole Miss defensive lineman Robert Kendichi is in stable condition after a one-story fall at a local hotel. Now, he's already decided that he's coming out this year. I think he's going to be, a top 10 pick, probably the number one defensive tackle coming out, Ole Miss defensive lineman from Metro Atlanta. I don't know the story. They said that they checked the room. The police found a little bit of marijuana in the room, and I don't know what led to a dude falling out of a 4-story window. He's lucky to be alive. So without even knowing all the details, I'm going to kind of reserve judgment on whether I give him a Buster Award or not. We don't know what happened. Maybe they were horseplaying and it was just an innocent mistake and he got pushed out. I don't know how you even get put in that position. You got to be careful, though, because you're talking about a lot of money. Not only forget the money that he's going to be making here in a little while. You could have died. You come down wrong on your neck out of a 4-story floor window, you could easily be dead. This could be a whole different story that we're talking about today about Robert Kendichi. Just real strange. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he recovers from, they said he had minor injuries. Nothing really to talk about. He's lucky. He's blessed and highly favored. He could have been dead. Yeah, these young guys got to be careful, man. Him and Jaleel Okafor got to be careful. Things happen fast. That was one of my grandmother's favorite sayings. Things happen fast. Yeah. Before you know it, something's happening. Accident. Some kind of, crazy thing could happen. Things happen real fast, boy. All right, when we get back from the break, man, damn it, we're going to wrap up today's show, continue with the Ballas and Bustas. I'm going to read your chat, do what we do. Don't forget tomorrow, the Weekend Sports Wrap. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We put the entire week of sports in rhyme. We do it every Tuesday, man. We do it every Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. When we get back, though, more of your chat. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7.
If you're not stewing, what in the heck are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, make sure and pass the word about the Doug Stewart Show, man. Tell at least one person. We're about to cross over 10,000 followers, I believe, this week. We're very close. We're at like 9,900 and something. So tell people about the Doug Stewart Show, man, the realest, treeless sports and guy talk show in America. I don't know whether to give him a Ball Award or a Buster Award to LaShawn McCoy. Goes back to Philadelphia yesterday. You know about the whole controversy, him and Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly traded him without talking to him. Some type of, mix-up happened. Chip Kelly acknowledges that he was, wrong for the way things went down. And, for the most part, I'm with LaShawn McCoy. I get it. You felt like you were done wrong. Most of America doesn't understand why you were even done wrong. Most football fans know that you were a good running back and been a great Eagle throughout your career. Why would Chip Kelly want to trade you? But that's why Chip Kelly's probably not going to be coaching in the NFL next year, in my opinion, is because he does stupid things. But at this point, you come back to Philadelphia. You're in the middle of the field. You hug the owner, Jeffrey Lurie. I have no problem with that. You get down and you kiss the logo in the middle of the field. Obviously Rex Ryan makes him captain of the game. That's what Rex Ryan does whenever a player of his goes back to one of his former teams. He makes that guy the captain. So he makes him the captain. He comes out and he kisses the ground. I get it. But now you kind of like they used to say back in the day, now you kind of like running out. You're running out now. I mean, really, is it that serious? You signed a big free agent deal. You signed a big deal with the Buffalo Bills. You're rich beyond compare, probably richer than you ever thought in your wildest dreams. You play in the NFL. You got some type of celebrity amongst yourself. Who cares? Move on. A little bit too much. Move on. I get it. It's personal. You felt like it was personal against you. The whole narrative about the Eagles getting rid of black players and They keeping Riley Cooper. I get all of that. I get it. But at some point, why would you even continue to care to this depth, with LaShawn McCoy? He shouldn't give a rat's ass about Chip Kelly, about that organization. They actually are the ones that let him go. Why even concentrated this much? I don't get that at all. But I won't give him a Buster Award. I'll keep him neutral. I'll give him a neutral Buster Baller for LaShawn McCoy. Also, one other thing I need to mention today, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. I got some terrible, terrible news to report, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Terrible, terrible news to report. Your fearless hero and leader, the host of the show, me, has lost in the fantasy playoffs for the Doug Stewart Show Football League. I know. After kicking much ass this year in the first year of the Doug Stewart Show Fantasy Football League, I've lost. The game is over. Now, they still have the Monday night game to play. But I'm pretty sure, and I didn't even go back and look at it, I'm pretty sure that I scored the least points in a game this year than I ever have this entire season. I only scored 62 points yesterday, man. All my players that played. And this is what happens in fantasy sports. I mean, you could just have that bad week. And I guess it mirrors real life as well, where your guys could just be down. But Ben Roethlisberger only gets me 10 points. Antonio Brown only gets me 8 points. Now, keep in mind, from these two guys, I get 30 points apiece. I get 60 points from these guys usually week in and week out. And this particular week, I get 18 points from both of these guys. So a bunch of other stuff went down. I'm not going to make no excuses, man. Congratulations to my man Tar Heel Blue. You did a great job, sir. Congratulations. Damn. 9-0 to Rhino. How do you lose in the league that's named after you? You ain't got to rub it in, Ninja. Yeah. First week of the playoffs, I am out. After the tremendous year that I had, I scored a ton of points. I'm probably one of the top 1 or 2 point leaders in the league for the year. In the first week, my guys decide to have a bad week. And I'm out. Tar Heel Blue continues on in the playoffs. Good luck to you, sir. We'll break it down tomorrow after the Monday night game, and we'll give you the full report on what happened in the league this week. But, yeah, your boy is out. Your boy is out. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Buster Award to Doug's fantasy team from Grego. Oh, Buster Award to you, sir. From Fred Mack, McCoy should call one Marshall Falk. Coach traded him in his prime, too. Exactly. From Thorny Switch, laugh out loud. I would, Chica, but it's a sports show. You don't want to hear that mess. From Mocha. From Miss Mocha Bella, she says, "Oh, sad face for Doug." Yeah, sad ass face for Doug. Thank you. At least the studio audience, they feel my pain. They feels my pain. From Grego, Buster Award to Doug's fantasy team. Why is everybody giving my team a Buster Award? Damn, friends like y'all who need enemies. From Grego, McCoy was emotionally out of control. Yeah, and I didn't see the game, obviously, but, I mean, all of the highlights, man, and this whole thing that he pulled after the game, like he's playing like little kids' games in the locker room. He calls the media together around his locker like he's going to have this big statement or he's going to talk about the game and the whole controversy with him coming back to Philadelphia. He calls everybody around his locker and says, "I got nothing to say," and walks away. Huh? Come on, man. You ain't 8 years old, bruh. From Loose Neck Side, McCoy kisses the Eagles logo. Man, F the Eagles, Cowboy Nation, whatever. Y'all lose again this weekend, too. Buster Award to the Dallas Cowboys. Spiraling out of control. Y'all go down to the Green Bay Packers 28-7. Very interested to see if the Green Bay Packers can turn things around, man. They've been struggling the last couple of weeks to get a big win against Dallas. From Kaza, Nah, Falcons get all the Buster Awards. Falcons get several Buster Awards. They get the first Buster Award of the day today on the Doug Stewart Show. Buster Award to my homeboy Chucktown Ron, who somehow got somebody to Photoshop my head on a person wearing a Carolina Panthers jersey. Did I give Chucktown Ron a Buster Award? If I didn't, there you go. From Brian Hill, dude wanted to stay in Philly. That's all it is. I mean, that. I get that. I totally get that. Don't get it twisted. I totally get that the guy liked Philadelphia. You know, maybe he had some type of personal relationship with a lot of people there, the fans there. He didn't want to go. I get that. But at the end of the day, it's a business. You a pro, bruh. You a pro. You ain't the first person that's been traded and didn't think it was right. That's only happened about, I don't know, 1,000,000 times in sports. Get over it. I mean, absolutely get over it. Jeez. Yeah. I mean, hell, Shaquille O'Neal was traded. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was traded. Emmitt Smith, cut, traded. I can't name as many people have been traded, prominent athletes that have been traded in their career. You ain't that much different. Maybe the circumstances were a little bit more nasty, but it happens. Move on. Hey, another tremendous show today on the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Shouts out to all of the Stewies tuned in. Thank you. Tomorrow, look for the weekend sports wrap coming up on the show. Don't forget, as soon as this show is done, we're going to re-air this weekend's episode of the Two Live Stews, the return of the Two Live Stews right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Grab your little sandwich, sit at your desk at work, and tune in to the return of the Two Live Stews. Shouts out to my man Waterhead Walter, Dwayne Vassan, Gerald Oliveri, engineers to the show. Thank you very much. Shouts out to my man Pink Gator and Beans and Cornbread on this track. Yes, sir. We'll do it again tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Don't go away. The return of the Two Live Stews coming up right now. Hold on. Peace.
To tell the truth and shame the devil.
So what more are you going to say now when we do 10 the hard way or 10 the stew way and you already shot your load on the Falcons?
I didn't shoot my load. I have multiple loads to talk about, not to shoot.
That wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. That wasn't cool.
No, but you.
That wasn't cool. And now you see you got people, everybody in the studio
guys,
shaking
guys,
their head.
we're not starting like
you
this.
Just crossed the
guys,
line.
I apologize.
And you are a habitual line stepper. You're a habitual line stepper, and then just now,
sir, that was an accident. I mean, you did that.
Stupendous Saturday to you, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, the Two Live Stews, 640 WGST. Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, Douglas. Good morning to everyone listening.
Yeah.
Good morning to my man Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I know he is listening. 404-522-7553. Personal injury is all that Bruce does. Good morning.
Yeah, Hagan-law.com. Did you say good morning to Waterhead?
Good morning, Keghead.
It's not Keghead, man.
What do you mean?
It's Waterhead. And really, he doesn't have a Waterhead. He doesn't have a Keghead or anything like that. The only reason I started calling him that, a little alliteration, that's all.
It is the True Life Stews, man, WGST 640.
You get it? Waterhead, Walter, alliteration.
Well, real quick.
You missed that in middle school
It's
English.
hard working with people that you generally don't like.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And I try to be a grown-up because I'm 42 years old, 3 kids, a dog, a mortgage, and a wife.
I have grown so much as a person.
Right. I'm trying to play the role of a 42-year-old grown-up father.
Right.
But I don't like alphas. I don't get down with alphas.
Right. Walter is an alpha, Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity.
So I try to be cordial, but when he does things like he's been doing sometimes, it just really gets under my skin because he's an alpha and he shouldn't be doing what he's doing. That's making me, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but you acting like you still on campus, man.
I know.
You got 3-headed churns.
That's a problem.
You got a little daughter. Speaking of which, man, how's Niecy Stu?
She's great, man. She's starting to sleep.
Yeah?
She's starting to sleep through the night.
Uh-huh.
Let me come clean. She's not actually sleeping through the night, but
Right.
I've just decided that I am going to sleep through the night.
Like our grandmother used to say, let the baby cry.
Right. And when she wakes
She
up,
ain't
and
gonna
fuss-
die. She ain't gonna die.
When she wakes up and fusses, I just act like I'm still sleeping, and the wife. I'm 3 kids in, man. I don't play that no more. The baby can sleep through it, or the
Right.
baby can cry through it. She'll be fine.
Right.
I'm not getting up no more, man.
Yeah, and you're listening to the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, 640 WGST.
I'm not gonna ride the same ride at the fair 3 times straight on the same day. I'm not gonna do that.
As well as iHeartRadio, they always say how your first child, they get spoiled because you don't know. You think they're fragile. You're scared to drop them, man. My third kid, man, when Kara came along, we dropped her a couple times, pick the baby up, wipe them off. They're all right. The first child is always pampered because you don't know what to do.
Right.
And the second child, you realize that they're not going to die. It's okay to let them cry all night long.
Well, the baby's lucky because she's a girl, so she's getting some of that first-time attention. But poor
Right.
Mason, the middle
Right.
child, man, yeah, he gets the short end of the stick constantly.
Hey, man, a big week in the world of sports, man. A big weekend coming up as well. We will hit it all today on the return of the Two Live Stews right here on 640 WGST. We always got 10 the Stew Way, where we talk about the 10 biggest stories in the world of sports and entertainment.
Listen, so far to this point, a lot of great college jobs were open.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when you put all the names on the board, Miami's got the best hire in my eyes.
Oh, my gosh.
Miami's got the best hire in my eyes, okay? And listen, I'm a Georgia Tech guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people probably feel like that I was, hard against Mark Richt. No, I've never been, anti-Mark Richt. The whole thing was I just felt like Georgia needed a new start.
Right.
Mark Richt needed a new start.
Oh, man.
And so everybody won. We were just talking about this on my show this past week.
Can I cut you off real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. You do it all the time.
All the corrections you wanted him to make in Athens, he's going to do that in Miami.
Yeah. And
He's
you're
gonna
listening
be
to the
better.
Two Live Stews.
In my eyes, he's going to be better than the 15-year stint he just had up the street.
We were talking about it earlier this week on my show. There was a picture of Mark Richt that I saw
Why
online.
don't you invite me on the show more often, man?
You always,
Well,
every time I call you, you never can do it.
I don't just want to.
I don't want to intrude.
I don't think I should have to call you and ask if I can come on the show. I think you should just really invite me.
We'll work on that. But anyway, they showed this
Third time you
picture.
said that.
The Miami Hurricanes had a basketball game. You know how they introduced a new head coach at halftime?
Mm-hmm.
They introduced Mark Richt, and it just dawned on me. No disrespect to Athens, but it's Athens.
It's Athens.
Okay, a lot of people, I think they get it twisted. That's not from Georgia. They think Athens and Atlanta are kind of like the same. No, it's not.
They think it's New York
No.
City. It's not New York City.
Mark Richt went from Athens,
Yes,
Georgia,
to Miami.
to the bottom. Now, he played at the University of Miami.
Right.
But you talk about a shift in lifestyle
Let's say this real
and
quick.
culture.
If people stop saying he played in Miami, he didn't play a damn down in
Well,
Miami.
he didn't
but
play.
yes,
He
he
did
was on the
play.
team.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. Yes, a change of culture. Hey, what he did in Athens should be able to be brought back tenfold in Miami.
So, other than going to Becky's House of Tricks in Athens. He went from Becky's House of Tricks in Athens
To Diamonds.
and Kings and Queens in Miami. That's the name of that spot, right?
It's called Diamonds.
All right, for people that don't know, you listen to the Two Live
It's a
Stews,
shoe
and we
show.
digress.
It's a shoe show.
There's a strip club.
A great shoe show.
There's an adult, what do they call it? A gentleman's club. There's a gentleman's club
It's
in
about
Miami.
the size of Super Walmart.
It's a Walmart-sized gentleman's club. So Mark Rick went from Becky's Barnhouse and Tricks in Athens to Kings and Queens.
To 500 chicks on a Friday or Saturday night with shoes on.
Yeah, he's winning.
All right, man, we gotta get out of this. We gotta get out of this.
And you know, Mark Rick don't,
but they get.
He don't go to those tight places.
They get the picture though.
Yeah, Miami's a different world, man. I mean, there's a big, huge, obviously Spanish influence down there, Latino influence down there.
Yep.
It's just a different world, man, but
man.
interesting stuff, man. But I think they're definitely winning down there. As a matter of fact, will we talk about him today in Tim the Stew? No, I don't think so.
Well, I'm going to talk about the guy that's replacing him.
Yeah,
I got a comment I want everybody to think about when we talk about that guy.
Yeah, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews, 640 WGST, 10 the Stew as well as the Funky Four. We really can't do the Funky Four as far as college. The season's pretty much over. So we'll talk about 4 games in the world of the NFL coming up this weekend.
Right.
The college football season is over, but we will hit some college topics today on the return of the Two Live Stews right here on 640 WGST.
What did you do this past week, sir? Is your household in the Christmas spirit now?
Yeah.
The tree up, the lights up.
Trees up, lights up.
Music playing.
Which I absolutely hate pulling out all that stuff from the basement. Do you?
No, I love it.
You do?
I love it. And
see, it's a process at our house. I got to go get it out the basement and drag it upstairs. The tree is heavy as hell.
You should be ashamed.
Okay.
You're dragging yours from upstairs and you don't like it, or from downstairs and you don't like it. And I'm going to a separate storage unit to get my stuff and bring it back. It takes 2 or 3 trips.
Wow, so I'm actually blessed.
You're blessed. And
Okay.
I love it. See, it's all how you look at things, man.
Yeah.
You're looking at your glass half empty.
Right,
And
right.
it's really half full.
Right.
Man.
You're right. So, yeah, I got everything up, all the decorations on the windows, the little lights in the windows, the little garnishment on the fireplace, all that stuff's up. And Christmas doesn't turn into Christmas in my house until we start playing some Temptations Christmas. You know, that's old school. That's what our old man used to do.
You and every other ninja in the country.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't right until the Temptations singing all the Christmas ballads from yesteryear in the background.
I just think I had a teaching moment with you, man, and I think you missed it, but I'm not going to go back over it.
Well, what do you mean?
No,
a
it's
teaching
okay.
moment?
It's okay.
I agree with you. You're right. You have to get in your car and go get your stuff,
Right.
and I drag mine upstairs.
Yeah. I'm big into being thankful and grateful, man, and that just didn't sound good, man. That was bad, Doug.
No.
And it was a teaching moment that you missed. That's the big thing. You just went on like it was a teaching moment you missed. Maybe
I didn't miss it.
Okay.
I didn't miss it.
All right.
As a matter of fact, thank you for that teaching moment. I need to realize that maybe I did, it could be so much worse, like our old man used to say. I couldn't have arms to pull up those trees up the stairs.
It could be so much worse, man.
Yeah, maybe I don't have legs where I can't walk up and down the steps to bring those trees.
You people have to remember to be grateful, man.
Who are you people?
You just have to remember to be grateful.
But wait, who's you people?
Pieceofcakeinc.com, pieceofcakeinc.com. Are you having a birthday party, a Christmas party, a holiday party at your job?
That was kind
you
of
need
offensive.
Some sweets? Oh, man, they got it for you. You can order it online, pieceofcakeinc.com.
Shouts out to pieceofcakeinc.com. All right, when we get back from the break, it's on, man. The 10 biggest stories this past week in the world of sports and entertainment. We'll hit it on 10 the Stew. Sports talk, guy talk with hot sauce. Texas Pete hot sauce. It's the Two Live
Texas
Stews.
Pete, they're not paying, man. Stop talking about people that ain't paying, sir.
It's still good, though. Still good. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW,
DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7.
Welcome back to the return of the Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart.
Saturday morning.
640 WGST. Shouts out to all of the Stewies.
Saturday mornings are a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, for people of all ages.
You better believe it. Hey, man, would you like to advertise with the Two Live Stews or the Doug Stewart Show? Oh, you didn't know about the Doug Stewart Show? It comes on Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, online. All you got to do is search thedougstewartshow.com. If you'd like to advertise with your boys, the Two Live Stews, or, once again, the Doug Stewart Show, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com.
I think big bowls of Crunch Berries with milk. I think cartoons. I think Smurfs. I think Scooby-Doo. I mean, I go back to a good place when I think of Saturday morning.
Do your boys know who the Smurfs are?
Yes, they do.
The Smurfs probably was the biggest thing hitting when we were kids.
The little blue people?
I remember when the Smurfs first came on the scene. I mean, they were kind of like a big deal. Really, a big deal.
Okay, we got to get into...
I mean, we had Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was real big, but then the Smurfs was kind of like new age. They were kind of like, we were a little bit older as far as kids. We weren't like 5 or 6. We was like 7, 8, and 9.
We got to get to 10 to it, man. but I'm going to share something with you that might be embarrassing to the average man, but I'm not the average man.
Okay.
My first experience of, let's just say...
this doesn't sound good.
Let's just say my first experience of
this doesn't sound like it's going to be good.
Of being Yes, that.
I have multiple.
Right. My first experience of really being aroused, man, was to Smurfette. To make me shoot another load. You shouldn't have played that. You shouldn't have done that, Walter. See, now that's what puts it over the line.
Did you just say that?
See, that's what that you did that.
Did you just say as a kid you partake in cartoon porn, man? You were fantasizing about Smurfette? You took a real beautiful, fragile, gentle thing from our childhood and turned it into kiddie porn, man? Huh?
10 to Stewie with the Two Live Stews on a Saturday morning, man. Walter made that go off the track, not me. The Falcons, Doug, they lose again. I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm sure you're not either.
Yeah.
It's like, a regular old Groundhog Day. Surprise, surprise, your boy Matt Ryan throws another pick at the end of a game to just devour the hopes of many. They got the Panthers this week. Of course, the Panthers are undefeated. I want your thoughts, sir, about Matt Ryan moving forward with this organization.
You know what? When he threw that pick at the end of the game, man, when he threw that pick, all that started running through my mind is, how can we get out of the deal with this kid? I'm serious. I mean, have you been thinking that over the last couple of weeks, like we just gave him over $100 million contract? The city loves him. Arthur Blank clearly loves him.
I haven't.
The organization clearly loves him. But Matt Ryan clearly has lost something in the offseason.
Right.
He's not been the greatest quarterback. He's been very, very solid. I always tell people that. But now I'm starting to think towards the future.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about Cam Newton and how great he is. We'll talk about him in a second. But I've been thinking about Cam Newton and how he's probably got 8, 9, 10 more years.
Think about
his
Jameis
upside.
Too. Think about Jameis, too.
Jameis Winston.
Yes, think about Jameis, too.
You know, we talked about the changing of the guard.
Yep.
I really started playing off in my mind, how can we get out of this contract with Matt Ryan? That's how bad it's become over the last couple of weeks.
$103 million. There's $42 million guaranteed. He got $28 million to sign. You're not getting rid of Matt Ryan. He's not going anywhere. And at the end of the day, ignore this year. You got to find a way to ignore this year. It's just 1 year. And it's the only bad year the guy's had. He was deserving of the money, Doug. He was deserving of it.
Yeah.
So it's a bad year, and everybody's jumping ship right now. Let me remind you, 2008 through 2012, okay? 11 wins, 9 wins, 13 wins, 10 wins, 13 wins.
Man, but we don't care about
wins.
08. That was 7 years
But
ago.
That's his body of work, though. That's his body of work. His body of work exemplifies a quarterback that was worthy of 103. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
And
okay.
I mean, I'm not the only one thinking this, man. You should have seen my timeline on social media. I mean, people are fed up with what they've seen on the field from Matt Ryan over the last couple of weeks.
Yep, it's bad.
Speaking of the Panthers, man, they come from behind and beat the Saints and are now 12-0.
My Lord.
This has happened 9 times before in the NFL. 6 of those times, teams made it to the Super Bowl, and 4 of them won it. Should we give Cam the MVP and the Panthers the ring right now?
I did this last week. I apologize again because I told you several reasons why Cam was not going to get it 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I digress.
And you're listening to the Two Live Stews.
I digress, sir. Give him the award right now. And when it comes to the Panthers possibly going undefeated, I'm starting to throw my hat in that bag too. They got the Falcons twice. So if you think about their schedule by himself, they got the Falcons twice, the Giants, and the Bucks. Those teams together are combined 17-19 records. They're not playing good football, and the Panthers are.
Yeah, the only way they don't, clinch the NFC or they don't go undefeated is if they sit their starters for the last 2 games. They can clinch after week 14 or their 14th game, home field advantage. So depending on the mindset of the organization on whether they sit their starters for the last 2 games, I don't know. They should go undefeated.
I agree.
And Cam Newton right now, man, he is playing fantastic. His level of quarterback play has gone up so much this year as far as accuracy and breaking down quarterbacks, looking off defensive backs. It's incredible.
He's thrown 10 TDs in the last 3 games. He's only been sacked 7 times this season. He's too big to get sacked. He's too big to get sacked,
It's kind of scary, man, looking at how many more years this guy has.
In the open, I mentioned, talking about Kirby Smart, man, he, of course, was introduced as the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs. What do you think about what he had to say at his press conference, sir?
You know, I take a lot of stuff that Cat say at their press conference, kind of with a grain of salt because it's just that, a press conference. It does sound like he has all the tools, obviously well-respected in the industry, has been under some great coaches, obviously under Nick Saban for many, many years. I think like 9 years he's been under Coach Saban. That's really all you can go on, man. Said all the right things. Didn't say anything wrong. That's the big thing at the press conference. I heard it live on the radio. And so, man, I think Georgia's got a winner. I think they've got a winner. Time will tell, but I think that Kirby Smart is the right guy for the job.
I am in touch with my emotional side as a grown man. But I don't think the head coach of Georgia in his first press conference, being named the head coach, should cry.
The man was emotional. He met his wife there.
I get that.
His wife was an athlete there at the University of Georgia.
I get that.
Huh?
He was a DB.
The guy's happy to be back home.
I get that. No, I don't.
He shouldn't have cried?
That's just me. That's just me. That's just me.
That's it.
That's just me. Yeah, I don't want my head coach that's about to lead my men into battle every Saturday crying in his first press conference.
And you're listening to the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, 640 WGST.
I'm
Question
petty.
number 4
I'm
and
petty.
10, the Stew A. The playoffs are set in college football. Number 1, Clemson plays number 4, Oklahoma, and number 2, Alabama plays number 3, Michigan State. Oklahoma is favored to win it all by the numbers, sir. Do you agree or disagree with this?
I'm going to go Alabama until the day I die with what this team has done and what this team has done the last decade in college football. I would not put anybody. I think that there's 3 teams that could really win. That's Oklahoma, that's Clemson, and that's Alabama. But I would always put my money on Nick Saban and Alabama.
So you're not buying Michigan State?
No, not at all.
I kind of feel the same way that you do. I feel like that Alabama's the best team on the field. But you got to remember one thing about Alabama is they've kind of struggled over the last couple of years with teams that run that spread offense. Mm-hmm. There's probably nobody that runs it better than Deshaun Watson at Clemson. I think Clemson has an opportunity to beat them. But if I had to bet right now, I do think Alabama's the best team in the Final Four, in the playoffs.
Bama, they got my man Henry. Stanford's got McCaffrey. Watson from Clemson, Heisman finalist. We know who they are. There's only 3 guys that's going. Will Henry win it? Most experts believe that, sir. I'm asking you, will there be a surprise winner?
There won't be a surprise winner.
No, sir, there will not.
And if you look at Christian McCaffrey's numbers for Stanford, man, they're incredible. Obviously, he passed Barry Sanders for all-purpose yards in a season. But you can kind of tell the way this media thing works, the way the wind is blowing. Everybody's talking about what Derrick Henry did down in Alabama this year, passing the all-time yards mark in a season in the SEC, passing Herschel Walker. Derrick Henry's going to win it hands down.
A rush for 200 yards in 4 games, 46 carries versus Auburn, 44 carries versus Florida, 339 carries overall, almost $2,000. Come on, sir, it's his.
Do you think he's going to be a good pro, though?
I do not.
I don't either.
I do not.
I think Leonard Fournette's going to be the best pro. Devin Cook will probably be the next best pro. I think that Derrick Henry's going to get chopped down. He runs too high. He doesn't have a lot of wiggle.
He doesn't have a burst, initial
Yeah.
burst.
Yeah.
Once he gets going downhill, it's fine, but he's going to get met at the line and not get a chance to get going downhill.
Yeah. All right, when we get back from the break, man, the second half of 10 the Stew with your boys, the 2 Live Stews.
Come on.
And we're going to do what we do, baby.
God is good.
Waterhead bobbing his head over there.
I wish he would stop.
Huh?
Make me sick.
Don't go away.
Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
The world's heavyweight champions of sports and guy talk radio, the Two Live Stews.
I get really aggressive thoughts when I hear this song right here, man.
Tight track. You ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. 640 WGST as well as iHeartRadio.
I found out
Stupendous Saturday to you, Stewies.
a few years ago that I've got nerve damage in my neck and my shoulder. L3, L4, and L5 of my lower spine is slammed together. I've got...
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I got a lot of
I
stuff
really don't
going
know
on.
what you're talking about.
Oh,
I'm not that technical.
It's serious.
But it doesn't sound that good.
But I started researching CBD oil, and my folks at HalcyonOrganics.com give me a lot of information on it, and I'm using it, and it's making my body feel better. I'm telling you the truth. Check it out for yourself, HalcyonOrganics.com.
Second half of 10 the Stew, eh? Second half of 10 the Stew, eh?
Y'all need to wake up, man. It's Saturday morning. It's early Saturday morning, man. You need to wake up, man.
Hey, man, this
Stop
kind
doing the stuff you do on Friday nights and just going to come in here and affect your job on Saturday, man.
This is kind of near and dear to our heart, man, being from the great state of South Kakalaki. Will Muschamp, man, is now the new head coach of the Carolina Gamecocks. Simple question, man. Do you like the hire, yes or no?
Terrible hire. I think.
Well, tell us how you really feel, son.
I think coming off of Lou Holtz, coming off of Steve Spurrier, that this is a terrible hire.
It's definitely a downgrade in brand.
Let's just do this real quick. I'm not going to take long on this question. This season, as the coordinator of Auburn,
right,
they gave up 20 to Jacksonville State, 45 to LSU, 54 to Arkansas, 34 to Idaho. Oh,
right,
yeah.
Right.
A stint of 2011 to 2014 in Florida with a team that had some of the best talent you've ever seen assembled in college football. He went 28 and 21. This is not a special hire. This is bad. I'm done.
You know what? You basically summed up everything that I had to say about this.
Done.
Is what about Will Muschamp and what he did at the University of Florida and how they had to run him out of there, being so hyped up coming from Texas, getting the head coaching job at the University of Florida. What about what he did at that job? What about what he did at the University of Auburn as a defensive coordinator should allow him to receive another head coaching job in the SEC so quickly? When cats have been coordinators for their entire lives, 20, 30 years as coordinators, what did Will Muschamp say in these interviews to get this job?
Other than Jimbo Fisher and Mark D'Antoni in Michigan State, the disciples of Nick Saban have not done good. And Muschamp is one of them. All right, he's one of them. LeBron James, man, this dude signs a lifetime deal with Nike, allegedly for $500 million.
$500 million. Lord, have mercy.
There's a Lord. There's
a God.
There's a God. Sir, give me your reaction to that, man.
I'm happy for that young man. You know, for many, many years, I was down on LeBron James. But he's kind of come back and made things right going back to Cleveland. And he's always talked about doing things in the community and having a bigger purpose in Akron, Ohio, in the state of Cleveland, in the state of Ohio as well. Right. And $500 million is going to go a long way, man, to helping a lot of people in that area, man.
Prior to getting this $500 million, sir, he already vowed to pay for like 1,000 kids' college education out of his own pocket.
So if Nike's giving this guy $500 million, how much do you think they anticipate they're going to make off of him and his brand?
Oh, 3 times that. 3 times that.
Easily.
Easy. It's a business move.
And I love it when I see these young cats get the money, and a lot of people look at them, you know, with angst, you know, oh, my gosh, he's getting all this money. He's not worth all of that. He's worth exactly what they want to give him.
30 years old. The company's been in existence 44 years, and it's their first time doing a lifetime contract. First time? That's. I mean, LeBron is special, man.
So let me ask you this.
He's special.
And you're listening to the Two Live Studios.
The guy is special, man.
If LeBron James, at this point in his career, because pretty much LeBron's career is going downhill, right?
I know where this is going.
LeBron James gets $500 million.
Right.
When Steph Curry is up for his next deal, and he's with Under Armour,
right,
how much are they going to have to pay him?
$1 billion.
You really believe that? You're not just saying that trying to be funny.
And if I had to start a team right now, I'm still taking LeBron. But what Steph Curry is doing.
Wait, when you factor in age and everything, you still going to take LeBron?
I still think LeBron's got 5 or 6 good years.
Steph got 10, though.
Yeah, he got 10. But LeBron's body does more. Steph's going to be worth $1 billion, man. He's incredible.
Wow.
He's incredible. He's absolutely incredible.
You're listening to the Two Live Stews on 640 WGST. And DeMarco Murray and Adrian Peterson put their coaches on blast. Murray went crying to the boss about carries, and Peterson put blame on Mike Zimmer for the loss. Herm Edwards went crazy on ESPN saying the players are out of line. Sir, listen to this.
No, I don't want to coach this because this ain't professional football, man. It ain't about you. It's not about you anymore.
It's true.
The players think it's all about them.
Exactly, but that's the.
It ain't about them. It's about the game of football, man.
What say you about Herm Edwards going ham?
I get Herm going ham, and everything Herm said is right. But this is business, and there are certain players that have a voice and have the ability to get the ear of the head coach and the owner. And unfortunately, this past week, 2 of those players decided that they were going to get sensitive into their feelings.
Charles Woodson, safety for the Dallas Cowboys back in the day. They went to all of those Super Bowls, man. Very good player. He was on set with Herm when they had this little conversation going back and forth, and he was exactly right, man. This is 2015. This isn't when Herm Edwards.
Not Charles Woodson. Darren
Woodson. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Darren Woodson.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Charles Woodson still plays now.
Right.
But Darren Woodson said that this is 2015. These players are different.
Yeah, it's different.
Okay, this is a different day and time. Social media. These cats are more boisterous with their comments and their thoughts.
And honestly, the same thing happened back in the day, but we weren't privy to the information.
Right.
There's 1 or 2 players on each team that have the ability to talk to the owner about their situation.
Yeah.
And these 2 guys are, in the past, those players typically weren't sensitive like these 2 guys are.
Right.
That's all this is.
But do you like the direction of, I guess, players being more outspoken in football today? Kind of what Herm was talking about.
No.
That had him so mad. And a lot of times I think Herm just be playing up for the cameras, man.
I think a team filled with players that do not act like this would be more apt to win. I believe that the team concept sometimes is not right, but sometimes you got to eat it because that's your role in this formula for success for this team. And these 2 guys, they just don't have that. Your boy Des Bryant and Kevin Johnson, they want to be put on a committee with Roger Goodell to maybe finally figure out what a real catch is. What's your thoughts on this, man?
It's very simple, man. They've oversimplified this thing, man. A catch is just that, a catch. I think they should take all the other stuff. You got to make a motion. You got to put 2 feet on the ground, this, that, and the other. To going back to old school, a catch is a catch. If they clutch the ball and possess the ball for more than a second, or more, it's a catch. Anything that happens after that, if you hit the ground and the ball comes out, the ground can't cause a fumble. That's the way it used to be. If you cross the plane of the goal line with the ball in your possession, that's a catch.
I got pages of notes over here, man.
Simplify it.
And for this question, all I wrote down was, it's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
When did it get confusing? When did a catch stop being a freaking catch? The Des Bryant catch was a catch. The Kevin Johnson catch was a catch. When did those catches stop being catches?
I have no clue, but you're exactly right. So if you clutch the ball with both your hands on it for more than a second, you get hit and the ball comes out, that should be a fumble.
You have possession.
Isn't that the way it used to be?
You had possession of the ball.
This wasn't the case the way they're doing it now over the last couple of years.
Listen.
This wasn't like this in the 1980s or the 90s.
In my eyes, it's always been you have to get 2 steps.
I don't even think you need that.
Okay. Well, yeah. It's always been 2. You got to establish position by getting 2 steps in.
But what do your feet have to do with your hands catching the ball? Your feet don't catch the ball. Your hands catch the ball. It's a catch after a second.
But
if you maintain possession where the ball is secure in your hands, it should be a catch.
Putting the exclamation point on the sentence is putting 2 feet on the ground with said ball.
So you agree with me after I went, tried to prove my case?
Yes.
Huh?
2 feet on the ground is the exclamation mark.
Ryan, a lot of talk this week about concussions. Dr. Bennett Omalu, the inspiration for the movie Concussion, coming out in a few weeks, says kids should not play contact football until they reach the age of 18. You're on the record saying you won't let your boys play while they are young. What say you on this?
They're not going to play while they're young. I got them entrenched in soccer and karate and basketball and stuff right now.
Baseball, everything.
Everything except for football.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fight them because they're going to want to play it one day.
Yeah.
And they're
little athletes.
They're incredible athletes, and they're probably going to be great players one day, but it will not be until the last minute that they get out there. I'm thinking 14 to 15.
How excited are you to see this movie? Have you seen it yet? They've already had a screening with a lot of former NFL players.
I was out of town when that one went down.
Okay.
I'll be at the next one. I'm going to watch this movie, but I already know what it's about because I know the story.
Yeah.
I've already done the research. I
know
what it's all about.
It looks good. Will Smith has already been nominated for his portrayal of the Doctor in this movie. I can't wait to see it coming up in a couple of weeks here around Christmas.
Yeah!
All right, when we get back from the break, man, we're going to talk about the 4 biggest games coming up this weekend in the NFL and in the Funky Four.
Shouts out to 20 grand, 20grandvodka.com.
Shouts out to 20 grand.
Good stuff.
Real good stuff.
Real good.
All right, sports talk for the people. Don't go away. The Two Live Stews.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. In a constant battle against weak, lame sports and guy talk, the return of the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, 640 WGST.
The old Stews would have said, constant battle against weak-ass sports talk. Not the new Stews, though.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, we're on 640 WGST. This is a family station,
Not
sir.
the new Stews.
This is a family station. Thank you so much for joining your boys, man. Shouts out to my man, Bruce Hagan, Hagan-law.com. He's spelling Hagan, Hagan-law.com.
11-time super lawyer in the state of Georgia, man.
So do they, like, give him one of those Superman shirts, like with the S on the front? You know, that's what you get as being a super lawyer?
You would think.
Huh?
You would think.
That says a lot to say you're a super lawyer.
How many times did he win it?
11 in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the real deal, man.
All right, so Hagen-Law.com. All right, so, college football is over. The season is over, pretty much, until they, go through the bowls and they do the playoffs with the Final Four teams. Well, we still got NFL, man. A couple of important weeks left in the season.
You should already played it, Buckethead. You should already played it.
Come on,
He set you up for like 30 seconds, man. Feel the show, Buckethead. Pay attention to what's going on and feel the show.
That man's name is not Buckethead.
What is it?
His name is Waterhead.
Well, how did I miss that?
Buckethead, Keghead, that's not his name.
Okay, might have misunderstanding.
All right, so the Funky Four, man, the four biggest games, or the four games that we're looking most forward to this weekend in the world of the NFL. Who are you looking most forward to, sir?
This Falcons-Carolina game is the game that's at the top of my radar. The Falcons are now 6-6. They done lost like 5 games straight. It is embarrassing what's going on. They still control their own fate. If they win all their games, they need a tad bit of help. But I don't think there's no way in the world they're going to stop Cam Newton from doing what Cam Newton does.
Okay.
I just don't, man. And I am impressed with this Panther team.
I think I might try to go to that game.
If you can, it's going to be good.
Yeah, I think I might try to go to Carolina, man, for that game.
You road tripping with some people or what?
With some people. You want to roll?
I got to go out of town
I got
tomorrow.
people tailgating.
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
But that's the game I'm looking forward to, man. I want to see the Falcons can stop Cam being Cam. I don't think they can.
I am looking for the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals 10-2, Steelers 7-5, an important AFC North division game. Steelers can make some way if they were to get a win on the road. Bengals favored in this game, plus 3 points or minus 3 points as far as the Cincinnati Bengals. The Arizona Cardinals won this past Thursday night, so they're pretty much locking things up in the NFC except for the Carolina Panthers. I really think the Bengals now, seeing that the New England Patriots have come back a couple of games, I think the Bengals are going to be one of those teams, man, that's going to vie for a Super Bowl this year. So I'm looking forward to a tough AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. What about you?
We talked about 2 crybabies earlier, man. I'm on the Bengals. I don't think the Bengals have the problem that the teams we're talking about are having.
Right.
The crybabies, I think they all got leaders. I think they're deep in every position. I like what the Bengals are doing. I really do. I'm a believer.
Right.
I'm a believer. This crybaby situation I was alluding to just now.
Right.
Buffalo and Philadelphia.
Right.
I want to see what Shady McCoy is going to do, man. I think players should just kind of keep their mouths shut, especially players of that magnitude. This whole Chip Kelly situation.
It really hurt him. It seemed like it really hurt him when they got rid of him. And Chip Kelly has come out and said that it wasn't handled right. He's kind of acknowledged that.
But McCoy should be somewhat embarrassed about how he's behaved, man. I understand you're upset and you're sad and you're mad, man, about how you were treated, man, but you can't.
He's almost taking it too far. I agree with you.
You'd be better off saying nothing and just playing football, man.
6-6 Bills on the road taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Link. So that's one game you're looking forward to as well. I like that one as well. And the last game, man, that we're going to hit here in the Funky Four, the 4 biggest games this weekend in the world of the NFL. The New Orleans Saints, it's not really that big. It's the Saints.
It's the NFC
the Saints are back to life, back to reality.
Right.
But just for the fact that it's the NFC South, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Saints are going to do, man. If they can put up any type of battle against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are 6-6 right now. Tampa Bay trying to put themselves in position, man, to possibly get into the playoffs with a wild card. Jameis Winston's first year as the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You saw what he did last week. I don't know if we even talked about it that much. The big run, the crucial run that he had on third down.
We didn't talk about
19 yards against the Falcons.
Right.
What was that all about?
This shouldn't happen.
And you know Jameis isn't the greatest athlete in the world.
No,
so he's shown a lot of moxie, man. I'm looking forward to seeing if he continues his good play of late.
It was terrible effort by the Falcons defense.
Yeah.
And this game.
If you looked at the replay, it was kind of, you could see the Falcons players jogging around. Now, I think that the reason they did that is because he's a quarterback.
Right.
And they're already put in the minds of defensive players. You can't touch the quarterback. They thought the play was dead.
In that situation, you need to be trying to get to him to tear his head off, man.
I agree.
Yeah, you got to try to tear his head off. Big game for Jameis because it's against Drew Brees also. And I keep talking about the changing of the guard.
Right.
From Cam and Jameis from,
Drew Brees and Matt Ryan. Yeah, which has been really, really tough.
Huge game, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. Should be a good weekend.
Yeah, but another great weekend in the world of the NFL. There you have it, the Funky Four with the 2 live stews.
Shouts out to my man, C Black. I'm about to get on the road and go to his father's passing, man, his homegoing celebration. It's crazy, man. He's burying his father on his birthday.
Wow.
So I'm like, the rest of your life, man, you're going to have to deal with it. He's like, yeah, I think it's great, man. It's a great reminder, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great reminder.
Yeah, man. Condolences to his family. Good friend of ours, fraternity brother, good dude, man, and lost his pops this past week. And so, yeah, going home for that. Yeah. One thing I wanted to mention to you before we get out of here, man, is on social media, you posted a couple of videos of my nephews being Ninja Warriors.
Yes.
You got to tell me about this facility. They got like a facility here in Atlanta where you took the boys to, where they kind of mimicked, and what they do at this facility is they mimic the TV show American Ninja Warriors.
It's incredible.
My nephews are ninjas, literally and figuratively.
They were doing.
they look good out there.
They were doing things that 8 and 9-year-olds couldn't do. They're 4 and 5. Yeah, and more than anything, man, like the ramp was impossible for Mason to get up. Miles got it his first try. It was impossible for Mason to get up, but he kept on going and kept on going and kept on going until somebody stuck their hand out, and he jumped and grabbed their hand and pulled himself up the wall with that one hand.
I mean, when I was watching that video, I kept saying to myself, man, I think I can do this. like, can we go out there? Do they let adults do that, or is that just set up for kids?
They've got an adult course right beside that one where the kids one is. It's a great place, man. It's called Slingshot. And I typically don't talk about places that's not paying, man.
Right.
But it's called Slingshot,
They need to holler at us.
It's about the size of a Super Walmart, and there's racetracks in there. The cars go 40 miles per hour. There's bowling. There's those courses. It's an incredible place, man.
I pulled my hamstring 4 years ago.
You still feel it.
And I still feel it.
It's a problem.
And when I heard it, and you remember I heard it at your house. I'll never forget it, at your son's birthday party, Miles.
You didn't pull it. You tore it, man.
I kicked at your dog, Sparky.
That's what you get.
And I pulled something, not just in my hamstring, but in my glute. And it's just a reminder. My mother, when I did it, my mother was like, that's never going to heal, right? Our mother said that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it wasn't 4 years ago. It's probably like 5 or 6 now because we were still working.
You just told the American people that you kicked at a dog, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, because it's a long story.
You know what? No, but you're done. You're done.
But your dog, man, is aggravating as hell.
Yep.
I didn't mean to hurt him or anything like that. I wasn't going to hurt him. I just wanted to get him off of me.
Right.
You got one of those. What kind of dog is he?
He's a Jack Russell Terrier.
And if you know anything about Jack Russell Terriers and you're listening to the Two Lies Twos, they're aggravating as hell.
When you kicked at him, I said, you are never going to forget about that.
I felt like Pops on Fridays. I grab a dog and a Better not say that. Yeah. But I saw the man. I thought that was great stuff. You're going to check out Creed at some point soon. Yeah. You haven't seen it yet.
I have not seen it yet, but I've got to get there.
So I saw it. I don't know if I talked about it last week. Did I talk about it last week?
Don't get away. We'll talk about it next week.
Well, I'm not going to give you any details, but I thought it was pretty good. I can say this, and it won't spoil it. I mean, it's kind of going to spoil it, but it's not going to spoil it.
Don't say it, man.
Well, I was going to say it's just very cliche-ish. I mean, it's Rocky. Yeah. It's Rocky.
Yep, you just spoiled it, man.
No, I didn't spoil it.
Need to go see it.
I mean, they've got a couple little twists in it.
Just go ahead and tell me. Everybody just listening, turn your radios down. Go ahead and tell me, man. You might as well go ahead and tell me.
He wins the fight. I also watched the season finale of Scream Queens. Great TV show. I mean, that's a fantastic TV show. And man, you heard about these hoverboards?
I have.
On the commercial here in the studio.
They're lighting up.
They're catching fire. They're selling like hotcakes, but they are catching fires. Now, airlines are not allowing them on the planes because they're scared they're going to just bust out in flames.
Light up. Multiply combust.
Wow, this year's Cabbage Patch Doll.
Thank you, Waterhead. Thank you, Waterhead. Thank you, Doug. Great job, man. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We do appreciate it, man. Thank the good folks at WGST 640 AM.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back next Saturday morning to do the same thing, the same damn time, same damn stews, and love God, love each other, man.
Peace.
Rolo, never be a brother like me, go solo. Laser, Anastasia, major, ways to blaze your brain and train you. The way I'm living, forgiving.